Hi,
Hello
everybody.
and welcome to DiceTubers. They will be wizards.
I wish Randy was here right now so he could hear this.
Like
We
I
are-
said, very passionate. Diaz.
She's a very passionate
I'm not
person. It's true.
Someone's calling me defensive, and I'm not defensive. I'm absolutely aggressive in how much I'm into this.
You're
Trust
very,
me.
you're very
Trust me.
offensive. It's true. Welcome to
Yes.
episode 2 of DiceTubers. They will be wizards. Now, I know some of you might have come a little late. You may not have seen episode 1 of DiceTubers. So, I have for you a little recap from Clarita herself right here. Last time on DiceTubers, they will be wizards. I, Claret Lotus, have taken a job to sneak into Thay as part of the Thayan resurrection. My plan? Take down the Crimson Wizards, one red cloak at a time. With little information, I met up with the members of my cell, Esh, Lunith, and Sendri, in a crowded underground tavern, and found our contact Silk, who gave us our first job, to steal the White Queen's idol from the Hall of Priador.
Yes,
Assaulted by
exactly
kobolds
that.
on our way to the hall, my comrades proved quite formidable. Perhaps they'll be more dependable than I might
Do you have a
first
single fact
thought.
to back that
But it
up?
remains to be seen if they share my conviction in eradicating the evil that is the Red Wizards of Thay. Finally reaching the Hall of Priador, we broke in through the roof, using the magic of Lunith and the brawn of Sendri. Searching through, we found the white idol, undetected, thanks to my immense restraint in only disabling the Crimson Wizards instead of murdering them where they stood. We thought our job was done, and we only needed to sneak back out, but an unseen specter reached out to grab Esh by the neck. In the name of my patron, Bloodbath, I will make sure no harm comes to my new comrades.
Yeah, rip.
Did you remove the kobold thing?
Sounds like
What? No, I didn't.
Did
No, I didn't. Did it not say it? I couldn't hear it while it was playing.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear
I
it.
feel like I missed
I
the
wasn't
kobold.
paying attention.
I swear I didn't.
Did a sound
I
effect
listened to it
go
earlier, so
over
I
it?
stopped paying
Listen,
attention.
don't. I might have said kobold somewhere where there were gnolls. See if you can figure it out. See if
Am I gonna
you
do over so I
Wait.
can figure out if you said kobold or
figure it
not?
out. So now you're
I
all
was
caught
calling
up. You
her
know?
a fake gaming girl right before this, being like, "Oh, you know the difference between gnolls and kobolds." Ooh.
My character doesn't know what's what. She just wants to murder the Crimson Wizards. Everyone else is just trash in her way of achieving her goal.
I'm sorry.
No, you're a useful tool.
I'll take it.
So now that everyone's all caught up here, well, real quick for those who are new to DiceTubers but not new to the channel, and if you want to give yourself guys a quick introduction of yourselves again, down the table.
Wait. Are we starting with you or starting with me?
You, me, then
Oh,
you.
me.
It takes
Hi
your time.
everyone, I'm Dice Queen D. I like tabletop RPGs and I do content like that, but lately I've been absorbed into Final Fantasy 14 and I'm unironically, absolutely, by no means joking, attracted to Leaflet's mother.
And that is what defines her. Jin, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Jinkitsu. I'm broken and I can't move outside of like this little bounce, but I'm still here in spirit.
She's also a
I
bottom.
shrink as well.
Some internet issues, unfortunately, but we still have her. We got her. She's still here.
I'm here.
We're doing the best we can.
The wizards have bound her. Oh no.
You sound a little too into that one.
Oh,
Are
no.
you saying you're into the Red Wizards of Thay?
Only what they supply.
Son of a
Anyway,
bitch. Oh, T. Let me.
Sounds like fun.
Sounds like fun. Olivia, introduce yourself.
I'm Olivia Curley, and I'm Comfy Vampire Mom. And as a mom myself, I can definitely appreciate Lilith's mom too.
Son of a bitch.
Are
Go
you
away.
Are you a vampire? Those are tails.
Look, they're an illusion. The ears are an illusion, and the
Uh-huh.
tails plug. The tails are an illusion too.
Plug? Did you say plug? I heard the word plug.
No, the tails are
plug
an
in
illusion
tails.
too.
Wait. Is it one attaching to multiple tails or each one they're individual and oh
Don't overthink it, Dean.
SMH. Okay. Yeah, we get it. Well, Lou, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Lou, and I'm a cool guy. And let's see just how far these lovely anime entities get in the Halls of Priador.
Very nice. Take it away for us, Lou.
And like the recap had said, your characters had perhaps some more reluctantly than others, uh, took up on the offer, a job, perhaps, a way to earn your name here in a place known as the Citadel of Thieves in Bezantur, the southern reaches of the country of Thay. Your characters are here for a reason. Well, that reason, perhaps, viewers here will find out soon enough, as we'll kind of move you right on over here. It's in
Sounds like fun.
the darkness, down below in the sub-level of an old and kind of disrepair museum of sorts, the Halls of Priador. Your characters find yourselves down in the sub-level. Claret, with the help of the dancing lights of Luneth's magic, you're able to find a small, about the size, fit in your palm, a small idol of a feminine form. And just as you pick it up to kind of look at it closer, you hear commotion out in the hall. And I'll ask everyone to roll for initiative. You can do that by selecting your token, and then on your character sheet, click initiative.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
on my
It'll
token.
auto-populate.
Oh.
Yeah, click your token.
Which color over here do I press?
No. You once your token's selected, then you
nice.
go on your character sheet and you
Oh.
click on initiative. And it'll automatically-
Oh, I didn't select my
22.16,
token.
baby. I'm
and then
ready.
it'll automatically go.
Oh,
in.
took a second there. Oh.
I didn't have my token selected when I rolled it.
9.14.
Is there a way to add it manually now?
Yep,
Is there a-
I'll add it manually. Don't worry
Thank
about it.
you. Sorry about that.
What'd you get?
21.14.
Damn, look at these big initiatives over here.
You guys all roll max? What the heck?
Almost.
Almost.
Oh, that'd be a
19.
nat 20.
I think
Wait,
we all
actually,
rolled
I did
19.
Yeah. Except for Claret.
As Esh, you feel just this passing presence, raising the hairs on the back of your neck. You turn around, seeing the breath before you as you exhale, seeing this sort of ethereal figure that manifests before you. Its form breaking apart and reforming, vaguely forming a feminine-like form. And it's not loading the picture, so you're just gonna have to imagine that.
It's not loading, unfortunately. Oh, that's right. It's doing line of sight, so we can't actually see what they see on screen. On stream.
You're darn right.
Oh.
Luneth, as you see this thing kind of manifesting behind, almost like these spindred like tendrils, just kind of pulling off from Esh, and she's just turning around, noticing this thing. As are you, Luneth. What do you do?
And sorry, was Claret the only person who heard commotion from the hallway, or did we all kind of pick up on that?
Yeah, both you and Sendry kind of have line of sight of this, so yeah, you certainly
Okay.
would more so see the commotion.
All right. Well, I assume things are gonna happen, so I'm just gonna help out Ash and toss a magic missile at the apparition that appeared next to her.
Mhm.
Hey.
You could refresh the Roll20 page to get rid of that little spinny thing in the middle of your screen.
Oh yeah, I'd love that, please and thanks.
Okay. So that's 3 bullets, each dealing 4 force damage.
A total or each? So that's 12?
12 total. 12 total.
Ah.
It slams into the form. Parts of it just kind of the magic itself just punching holes through its form. The holes quickly reform as they do. The form kind of in response, almost like it was getting hit. There's like a distortion of time. The magic boom, boom, shoots through it, and then it bends back, almost as if in sort of some lagged time. But what do you do after that?
Yeah, we'll just inch over here, and that'll be my turn.
Gotcha, Ash.
And the thing is right behind me, right?
Yeah, it's right next to you. Yeah.
It's right next to me. It can probably take like. I keep thinking attack of opportunity, but that's not necessarily a thing. They'd have to use up their whole I don't want to melee encroaching darkness. Yeah, you know what? Let's melee encroaching darkness. I whip out my rapier and a shield, and I cut at this. I cut this bitch. I'm loading my thing. Click. And I use my rapier and I make a attack roll. Swoop. 7 to hit.
You lunge forward, and this thing is made of mist, like smoke, and it just bends and shifts away from your rapier as you miss.
Okay. Just note I do have a shield now, so I get increased to 2 AC. But other than that, we're good.
Sentry.
Let's see. Well, I'm gonna head on down there. I'm gonna go whack that thing. Which I can't. I think it's. Wait. Do I not see down there on this screen?
You could barely make out the form if it's black for you. Very low lit. The light's coming from Luneth.
Oh, okay, that's why. Which
She
I
kinda
think the
pointing at
form
it.
was. I saw it down a bit. Don't know if it's in the bottom.
It's like going into
right
like
now.
almost like a room with the lights off, right? You
Yeah.
vaguely know where it was. You saw where the magic, and so you could swing
I see where the magic
at
happens.
disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna head down there and swing it. Wait. I'm gonna swing with disadvantage.
Swing away.
Well, I could reckless attack and that counters out the disadvantage.
Think about it.
You know
I
what?
want
I'm
you to
gonna-
know that whatever you do, I believe in you.
Thank you. I believe in you, believes in me. Alright, I'm gonna reckless attack that the spirit. And let's see, where's my. Yep. Which should cancel out, make a normal roll. 12? I have no idea if I hit it.
Mm-hmm. You lunge on in, and you throw your weight in the swing, and there's just a woof. You don't feel any resistance to where your swing is. It's just as if you did a swing. You're not sure if you hit anything. There's no noise of pain or anything. It's just the
That's why I
heavy
hate fighting ghosts.
of your sword cutting through the air. And as you kind of swing, both you and Ash feel this cold breeze suddenly just pushing your hair back, just this slight gust that both of you feel. And ask for a con save from Sentry.
Okay, where's the. What do I click? Oh, there it is.
Could be con as well, yeah.
Ooh.
Not really leveraging that constitution score, am I?
What's your con?
18.
That's pretty fucking good. What?
The cold sort of consolidates and just almost drawn to something passing by you, Ash, and it just full on goes over and through you. Sentry. The apparition appears, kind of goes through you, Sentry, and kind of pushes on out. Its form illuminated
see it now.
momentarily as Luneth, her magics are right around the corner there.
Oh no.
You suffer 12 necrotic damage.
Oh, wow.
As like you're something like you're inside, you're exhaling sort of this cold fog from your breath. You feel just this tremor, shivers run through your body as this thing passes through you. Claret.
Okay, so as this is going on, I take my sword and shield out, obviously, and I see what's going on over here. I do I move my token here? Like just move it over, or
Yeah, you can move it with the arrow keys. You can also,
like this?
as you
Okay.
press left click to pick up the token, you
There
can
we go.
also click right click to
So I
kind of
see.
measure out the
Okay.
distance.
I see the aberration up here. I see. I kind of see what's going on here. They're like kind of going through it, and it's like passing through and heading towards something. It seems like it's threatening, and like I identify as something like this could be a serious threat. And so Clary invokes her Hexblade's curse upon the specter. I'll use the Hexblade's curse on it. She readies herself to attack it. first hexing it. She'll take her left hand out.
Then blading it.
Yeah. As her eyes start glowing green. And she is like, in the name of bloodbath, I will smite you. Thus cursing it, and then takes her swing with her sword.
I wonder if the image appears now if I do this.
Oh,
There it is.
works as the specter.
3 faces break apart and then coalesce into one as it turns its attention towards you as you curse it. You click away.
Curse it.
Get rid of it.
Normal roll. Ooh, 21.
And you cut it, lunging with your blade. And it goes, you don't feel any resistance at all. It's just like you're stabbing air, though when you stab and you pull out, you see it kind of go in and then almost like a lagged time. And then it kind of almost reacts to a concussive blow as if you had
Aw.
stabbed it. And then it kind of reforms back again. But it's very strange striking an apparition.
Oh, and then I get I just realized I don't think it reflected when I hit the roll button since I cursed it, but it gets the bonus damage equal to my proficiency bonus.
Yeah,
And
it's
extra 2 damage.
okay. 2 more. Okay, good.
The two more on top of that, I think, because it's not because
Yeah.
5. 6. Oh,
Same effect.
oh right, it's 6. Okay, so yeah, it's 2. It's 2 extra than what it showed there in the chat. There, I said like 8.
Yep.
Then add 2. Okay, cool.
Luna.
I don't think she particularly likes being this close to this thing, so she's gonna kind of walk around a bit. And yeah, not wanting to be right next to it, she's going to bonk, Misty Step back into maybe like back here-ish. Right here.
Zoomies
So she
away a little
teleports.
bit.
Yeah, she sort of twists her staff and the very typical wizard thing, hits it on the ground as a puff of mist appears, and she reapparates over here. Now, I also know that I don't have the same vision limitations that everyone else does. Since I do have dark vision, would I technically be able to see it from where I am? I know the character lighting doesn't quite reflect that, but I should be able to see. Yeah. Oh my god! I can see everything! Okay, well shit. in that case, since I used a spell, I can only use a cantrip. So, hoppa. Yike, that's a 9.
Misses the smoky apparition. It hitting against the wall nearby.
Okay, and she'll so she still has movement, she'll kind of will hide behind
Around
the
the pillar.
Oh man.
Ash? Your turn, Ash.
Ash?
Okay.
All right. Oh, so sorry. I was immune. So Lolo's a hard fam, and I'm in melee, and I'm an archer, and I don't want to get out of this because this thing might hit me, and I really don't want to deal with that. It probably has a reaction, and I could, but I don't want to. I'm less effective in melee, but that is fine because that's what I have a sword for. So I'm gonna swing. Okay. Wait, no, hold on. What is the area around me kind of like? What's the like environment kind of like? Is there like a table near me? I can't really see very clearly.
Nearby, it's sort of these large barrels that are up on
Everything
stands.
is just so dark I can't see squat.
Mhm.
Which,
It's covered
which is
in
part
sort
of
of
the thing.
webbing and the like. There's a carpet. You're on stone floors. There's a few shelves and cupboards.
The thing isn't next to me, right? I
No.
think.
No, Sendry is
I-
between you and it.
I yell out Marco. Where is everyone to the north of me or south of me?
North.
I'm directly above you.
You're
Yeah.
directly.
You know Sendry is right next to you. Yeah.
Yes.
You're not quite sure where this thing went. You just felt the cool just blow past you.
Is that? I see Lunith. I see Lunith. Oh wait, shoot. Okay, I just realized. Okay, so here's the thing I'm doing. And I'm so sorry I'm doing this, but I looked on the stream and I noticed I don't see the same things you guys do.
Oh yeah,
I
me
only
either.
see Lunith.
Uh-huh.
I only
Yeah,
see
same.
Lunith.
Oh, that's
Same.
weird.
I'm the exact same. I'm the same as
These are
you.
both human.
No. I get we're both human, but also like I can't see the person to the up left of me. I can't see other people other than Lunith.
Let me adjust that real quick. We'll go like
Yeah.
do one of these.
I was like really confused. Why am I alone
What about that?
other than Lunith?
Does that help at all?
I'm in the same. Oh, okay. I can now see D.
I can now see Olivia above me, and that's it.
I'm just doing that just so you could kind of see.
Oh, because like I was just like,
eyes.
where the hell is everybody?
Yeah, there you go.
We're all hiding in the
Yeah.
shadows.
You're
We're all
the
hanging in the shadows.
darkness.
So there is someone I think above and to the left of me. I think that's.
You're not sure who it is. Might be Luneth. Might be Claret.
You
Might
might
be
you
something
might have
else.
heard some words that would clue you in
Yeah.
onto who was nearby.
Yeah, it's probably Claret.
You might have
Alright,
figured
alright.
that one out. A few
So
names invoked.
since I do have a bow, I'm gonna since I'm far enough because Olivia's tanking for me. Wait, what's your character's name? Olivia's character's name is
Sendry.
Sendry. So since Sendry's tanking for me, I take out my bow. Thank God. All right, we're good. Okay, that's by every god. Let's use a longbow. Pew!
That's the noise she
16
makes.
hit 8 damage.
As she fires her
Unfortunately-
arrow.
Unfortunately, you have disadvantage. You got to roll me one more d20.
Oh, I have disadvantage. That's cringe. But okay.
Yeah.
I gotta
Yeah,
roll
darkness is a thing.
20 plus 7, but still, I'm still fine.
Still pretty good.
Because guess what? I have a
Okay,
plus
okay.
7. We're good.
And sure enough,
7.
the arrow shoots through this thing, shooting right past Sendry. Arrow continues sailing on into further in the room up to the north. The form takes a moment, coalesces, and then it grabs
question.
hold of its chest. And
Question,
as it
does it
does,
actually
it
hit it,
looks
though?
down, and you see it almost just dissolve and break apart as it looks down at its chest. Its eyes, the last thing you see, Claret, is its eyes leering back at you as its face breaks apart until the mist and its form is no more.
So it actually is dead?
Disappeared.
Probably. It dissipated.
You did it,
Okay,
Dee.
cool. Yay!
guys take a
It
riff.
wasn't what I was planning to hurt it way harder, but
We take those.
As I absorb its essence into my body.
When you say that, all I can imagine is Claret kind of like trying to suck it in rapidly in the air, and I'm like,
I would say it's more my eyes glowing as the life force enters my body.
You can't suck things with your eyes. I've
I'm not
tried.
sucking it with my eyes. It's just like the power activator.
I feel like we're missing something, Meta. We're glossing over something.
Dee.
The point is, I would
Don't
regain
worry.
health if I wasn't already at max.
Naruhodo. Got it. Got
Feel
it.
free to move your tokens and ping.
Okay.
I still don't know where Voxandra is. Not gonna lie. I don't know where Claret is, but
I was right here. Is everyone okay?
I can now see you, yes.
Well, I'm glad you're good enough with your bow to shoot past me and not hit me in close quarters.
I have never hit you in close quarters.
That's
You
enough
haven't.
banter. Are you okay?
And
or
I
not?
hope it continues.
I think we're all fine.
I'm really cold. I'm really cold and I should have dressed warmer, but I didn't expect ice ghosts in a town.
We should probably get out of here as soon as possible.
We
Let's
made
go.
quite a ruckus. I think we should go.
Mm.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
I guess. Where was the way we came in? Because we didn't have the map before. That way- oh, okay.
Distraction.
I'll scooch over
In
for
this
you to
direction.
lead the way.
Head up here. Do I see anything of note as we're leaving? That's like. Did I through my investigation earlier? Did I see anything? Did I see anything good on my way out?
Looking about, you do see
She wants to loot.
that there
I
were
saw something important.
A good amount of crates and containers, locked boxes, barrels, and the like. Most of which covered in some webbing and seemed to just be collecting dust down here. There were some glassworks, vials filled with some sort of liquid you spotted. There were some books or another, a few glasses of old wine.
Should I swipe something? Should I swipe something else?
Is this a treasure chest or just a crate?
No, the chest.
I want the chest.
You would.
I would. I want the chest. I want to grab the chest.
Did the
There's an
books look
amazing
important
chest
to me?
ahead.
By the looks of it, you're kind of going over them. They're pretty esoteric in their meanings.
Nothing Crimson Wizardist that'd be like, ooh, this could be helpful.
Doesn't seem like it.
Okay. I wouldn't take notice then. Are you trying to open the chest or?
Just take
Are
the
you-
entire chest.
Are you
Yeah,
doing it
I
or declaring that
I'm
you're doing
gonna-
this?
Well, we don't have anyone else here who can pick a lock, right? I can pick off my fists.
Okay. So wait, so does anyone here actually able to pick locks? No? No?
I don't.
Not
I
my
don't-
expertise.
No.
I have a
Can
burglar's
I make a
backpack. I
strength?
don't know if I got anything in there that's helpful. I don't know
Can
how
I
to
make a
use any of
strength
it.
or athletics check to break the lock?
Athletics, yeah.
Okay.
Guys, we're
Alright.
not petty we're not petty thieves, everyone. Must we act
Yeah,
like
but
it?
I deserve something for that ghost.
None of you were bleeding as you came in, were you?
I don't
No.
believe I was.
Luneth sort of gestures towards the table, I suppose, in the room. And there's a stain there.
Oh, sorry. No, it was a movie token. It was there.
Oh,
when you
okay.
spotted it when you were hiding behind the pillar.
Oh, okay. So, I guess that'll sort of occur to her as we are now in here. She'll kind of. Is this a door here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just opened it, assuming later you were just.
Yeah, she kind of comes over and opens it and gestures over to the table, which looks to be covered in either red grenadine or a lot of blood.
Could be grenadine. These guys do seem a little there.
I will. Oh, what were we gonna say?
I can't help but assume that, and she's gonna sort of try to follow the, like, if there is a trail of blood, or if it is it just sort of pooled under the table?
No, there's some like scuffs, almost like drag marks that kind of go towards these two other doors.
Ooh.
This end.
I'll follow her and be like, what is this?
This was a Bay Knight like building, right?
You
This is
did
the
see
Bay Knight.
Bay Knights outside the building, though the one on the second floor that Claret used her magic to put to sleep. Not quite sure who that was. A Bay Knight or someone else. They seem to have been praying or doing some kind of ritual to a skeleton-faced statue up on the second floor.
Where
Can
were
I
you?
use
Go ahead.
Can I use my religion skill to identify what the skeleton face statue is for?
Yeah, roll it up.
Okay, roll.
Butt stuff.
Now you're kind of thinking
Religion.
about it. You're like, Now, you're aware the Red Wizards, they are not particularly known for their piousness, and to see a kind of a shrine on the second floor like that, you're quite sure that's not. First, you think that'd be Baal or even Merkel, but no, it was wrong. It was different. It was specific. And then you remember the stories of Thay and the presence of undeath here. Perhaps it is of someone else or something else.
Then in that case, I don't really feel bad about my decision to want to break open this chest.
You could also
Just
just
leaving something here.
you could also just pick it up, take it with
It
you.
is- I can pick up and take.
It's about 30 pounds.
Oh,
In that case, I
I-
want to take this. I want to loot this
Not
place.
tremendously heavy for you.
yeah, not for me. Not for me.
You put it under your
Uh,
arm. Really, it's not. Yeah.
Yep, I'm gonna take the chest with me so I can more quietly open it later. But my logic for this is, these are my enemies basically, and leaving this here might leave something in the hands of my enemies that they could use against me or my faith, or my party. So I'm gonna take the chest. It's my chest now.
Mhm. You have it under your
Not
arm.
stealing.
Ash is, by you as Luneth and Claret are kind of looking at the
I
door.
roll my eyes and that's it.
Claret, if this
It'll be worth it
place
later.
is protected by Bay Knights, would you think it's out of the ordinary for them to abduct people and ritualistically sacrifice them? She kind of points at all of the drag marks and the copious amounts of old blood.
Seeing Crimson Wizards here, it's not unlikely that they'd be working with the undead. One of the things that I hate about them so much. Their vile, vile necromancy that they use.
It is. Vile is a good word, yes. Do you think. She kind of tilts her head at the door. Maybe that leads outside or to some sort of prison where they are leaving these people.
You thinking there may be some captured survivors here?
I don't know what that means.
There could be. If we're feeling well enough for it, then perhaps we should check. We wouldn't want anyone who doesn't have to die to lose their life.
I wouldn't want any more victims of the Crimson Wizards if I could help it. Yes, let's check this out.
Kind of poke in. See Cedric carrying a whole ass chest.
It's a treasure chest. giant chests. We're talking like we gotta free the victims that could be here, and she's just like, "Yo, looting time. I'm tooing and looting."
We're just going to take a bit of a further look into this. If you two would be kind enough to tag along.
Lou, may I make an
of course.
investigation roll, or do I just follow the blood trail? Or
No rolls needed at this time.
Okay.
I'm going off your passive perception right now.
I'll just follow the blood trail.
Leads to those 2 doors. Which one do you go through first?
You don't where are the two? Oh, it leads to this one.
I assume it's these two.
It is those 2, yeah.
I guess
The
I'll
mirror next to one.
open the first door.
You go to open it, and sure enough, it's unlocked. It's into a dark, sort of closet-like chamber. See a few old tomes, a few glass bottles. Looks like some wine or something. There's another sort of container chest here. You don't see any immediate signs of blood stains or anything like that here. Seems rather mundane. For passing glance.
Well, then I'll of course investigate the room.
Okay, you roll investigate at that point. As Claret's kind of looking around, taking a few minutes here. Luneth, do you try the other door?
I'm a little
Or do you help? Or you
squeamish for that, so I think I'll stick with Claret and help her out.
I'll
Benji.
keep on lookout if possible because, like, Archer
Yeah, sure.
kind of
That
vibe.
makes sense.
I think it's like an archery thing to do.
That's
Like, man,
archerish.
General.
Archish.
On a scale of 1 to Archer, I rate that at about like a 9.
Which Archer? Because IRL, I'm more like the cartoon one.
God damn.
Yeah.
I believe that. From the things I've heard, I believe that.
I have so
Makes
many
a lot of
stories.
Makes a lot of sense.
At least one of them involving math, not mine.
Not mine. We do know you're a bit of a gremlin. Anyway,
If I'm helping Claret, would she have advantage, or do you want me to make my own
Yeah.
separate roll?
No, you give her advantage.
oh, so
Okay.
I'll just do one more roll then.
Yeah, roll it again.
A regular roll.
Mm-hmm.
Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, come on. That looks like it's gonna roll in the 15. You see that shit?
Honestly,
You gave me a
You're right, you're
12. It still is a 15 because my plus 3, but that looks like, roll 20. Come
Alright.
on.
Searching around, you don't find any, sort of hidden, compartments or levers or anything, anything suspicious. Though you do find that on the kind of corner, thumbing through some of the books, you notice that the pages themselves, many of which have been torn out, as if there's actively censoring some of the tomes. Notably, the works are of history, concerning subjects of the history of Priyador. These books seem to
Scratched
be
out.
clearly out of circulation. Still, they're down here. The wine, as it is here. You've noticed that there's a bit of a collection of wine, but upon further inspection, you look and you smell. That's not wine. You're not quite sure what it is, but it has a viscous, kind of mucusy
Ew.
viscosity to it as you kind of roll it around and look at it.
Disgusting. Should I
Can
bring
we
this with us?
sort of let's have a closer look. Luna will move one of her lights like behind the bottle to try and get a better view of like the color and whatnot of what's
Mhm.
inside.
It has this brownish, kind of ochre, very earthy color to it. Most of the liquid in these bottles are like that. And as you're kind of looking, give me a knowledge arcana.
Arcana.
Ooh.
Tasty.
Ooh, I have that. I have Arcana.
If you have arcana,
need
you
it.
can also roll.
I
The,
guess
I'm a bit of a wizard when it comes to
I'll let her explain it to me. I'll let her say it out loud.
Lilith, it almost immediately becomes very, very clear that this do not have an open flame by any of this. It's a very explosive alchemical sort of substance that would often be used to make a variety of acidic mixtures on the heavier side, strong enough to say a tanner would use to remove, the excess skin from bone.
Oh.
Yeah, she
That's
explains all of
nasty.
that.
It's also flammable.
She explains that it is very easy to explode, as well as, sort of with passing glances towards the table, explaining the acidic properties that it may have.
Disgusting. Just what were they using this for?
Cult stuff?
Sounds like fun.
God damn it.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
We-
Ash.
We need to see what's in that other
mean-
door.
Yeah. Just thinking about it.
I'll snatch some of the books that look important. The books that look like two of them that look the most important. Not that I would know or anything, and throw them in my backpack.
You're not much of a historian, right? Do you have proficiency in history? I don't think you do. Right?
I forget if I should. Of history of the
you
Thayan
don't,
area.
and so you aren't.
Exactly. History of the Thayan area, I probably know, but whatever.
Yeah, you're just like, oh well.
No, I don't know general history. Fuck that.
Put it in your bags.
I think I'll take like 2 of these bottles and just hope we don't run into a.
Hey, put them in your bag.
Yeah. Let's check the other door, and then maybe we should make our escape.
I walk ahead to the other door. Where is it? Where's this door?
I'm
Over
just
here?
gonna follow along behind.
There's 2 more. There's the one that you just passed.
Oh, I passed one. Okay.
Get on there, both sides of the mirror. You open up the door. It's unlocked. You easily. This room is notably empty, other than the kind of eerie bench that's on the other side,
Creepy
As
ass
if-
bench.
just waiting to be sat on.
Ugh.
There's a creepy bench in this room. That's it.
Yeah, that's all it seems. Yeah.
That
Well,
sounds
yeah, I
extremely
sure do want
sus.
to take a load off right now and sit down.
Just hang out on a single bench for no reason particular.
Got this strong urge to sit on a bench for no reason particular suddenly.
Mhm.
Oh my god. I roll my eyes and move to the next room.
I mean, look, I'm really strong. Don't you guys want to know how much I can bench?
I ignore this and continue and search this room.
Searching
The
this other
scowl
room,
on
you
my
find-
face.
You find much of the same. There's a few books on the far end shelves, a few old-looking tinctures and ointments, some sort of solvents kept in glasswork, sort of on a few shelves here. There's a few stacked crates have some wedding on them. Looks like they haven't been touched or moved recently. Just stored down here.
Investigation.
Gotcha.
Normal or advantage?
Luneth, what are you doing?
I think she'll take a particular interest in whatever alchemical reagents would be in this room. I believe you said there were a couple.
Yeah, there's a few tinctures.
Pictures.
You
I'm
both
not
can
gonna
give
pick it
me an investigation. Yeah, both give me an investigation then. These guys again take some time.
Oof.
As the two of them are kind of going in this room, sifting through the books, looking at some of the glassworks, what's in them. Sendri, you think for a moment, there's like this weird uh, kind of commotion you heard. You can't quite put your finger on it. It's almost like something muffled. You turn and you look, and well, Ash is over there, by the stairs that lead up to the ground floor, and
Keeping watch out.
yeah, keeping watch. And the other two are down to yourself, investigating that room. That muffled commotion was very close to you. And you look back at that bench, and you notice there's some light coming out of there. Underneath it.
Wait, what that noise is
Oh.
sus. Was that from you guys or was that from the stream?
That was Jen.
She just
Jen.
did that.
Jen.
Good timing.
Well, I'm gonna let the party know that there's something weird going on here.
Luneth, you're looking, and it's well, you don't see any of that chemical stored here, but what you do find is rather curative ointments that one can consume 2 potions of healing. You find
Nice.
Ooh.
Should hold on to those.
those are much more helpful.
The dissolving
And burning
fluids,
acid.
maybe, and acid and shit. All right, so as she gets that, I hear Sendri saying something. I walk over. What'd you find?
There's something awfully strange about this room. There's sounds, and it looks like there's maybe a gap by the bench with light coming through.
Cap.
Looks awfully suspicious.
I take initiative, walk forward, and start searching it.
Well, I guess I'll follow along behind. Very ambitious.
You look
It's also very
around,
dark.
you could kind of see some of the light. It's you could just okay. Then you both see it, and as Luneth kind of comes in, with the floating lights about her, you could see it a bit clearer. Oh, you just need to, you move the bench, noticing that there's some scuff marks on the stone floor. As you move the bench, sure enough, the wall behind the bench, you see a very thin outline where that light comes from. This secret passage, it would seem.
Nice. I knew I saw something weird here.
We got to figure out
You
how to
think
get
there's
in
anything
here.
in there? What did you find? Like I say out like a little bit louder.
I mean, look, they have a creepy hidden passage. There's probably something back there. They wouldn't put it there if there wasn't something back there, right?
We gotta find a way
Do
in there.
I hear anything up the stairs?
Wait, do they hear us? Or?
No, you didn't hear anything while you were up by the stairs, Ash. No.
I'll step back and I'll still keep a watch out, but keep me updated.
I think there's a passageway over here. We found something.
Is it the way out or is it the way?
I'm not really sure.
I mean, we won't know till I go in there.
Good luck.
It's still really dark, though. Luneth, could you, cast Magic Missile of the Darkness something so I can see here?
Wow, that is the
Wow.
oldest reference.
Wow. Wow.
The oldest reference possible.
She already has light orbs in here anyway. You can see perfectly fine, yet you still felt the need to make that joke.
I actually can't see ahead of myself right now.
That's not what I'm criticizing. That's not what I'm criticizing.
It's pretty dark. It's pretty tough for you to see, Sendri. I mean, the lights are moving, but it's like having 3 flashlights in a dark room, right? There's a lot of shadows. They're moving around. You're like, okay, what the hell is going on?
I'll investigate to see if I find a way to open the door or something.
It's a little tough. It takes some time, but sure enough, you do notice that there's the stones you could press, and the whole thing begins to turn a bit as you.
All right.
You could, as you begin to open it, you begin to hear commotion of what can only be voices talking. Can't quite make out what they're saying, but you know, whatever's beyond this point, there's others. At least three.
You really like your mumbling voices.
Yeah, right?
It's got some good mumbling ones. All right. Seeing this, I motion for everyone to like hush for a minute, and then I try to wave over Esh.
Yeah, I go over.
There was a weird thing. Just as you notice Clara's waving you over, Ash. You could have sworn you heard like a strange thumping noise. It was very rhythmic, and I think it was coming from the ceiling. Just a doom, doom, doom.
All right.
It was there, then it kind of passed by.
It sounds like someone's making patrols. But all right.
All right. I have an idea. There could be something down here. There's obviously some people. So there's a couple things that could be going on here. They could be keeping people for rituals, turning them into the necromantic things. We might have to go in there, perhaps put a stop to them and save whatever's in here. Or it could just be some red wizards chilling in here.
Or we could just do our job and leave.
I mean,
We
I
could
saw
just
the
take the
spooky
break.
ghost. I don't like undead. I saw the skeleton thing up top, the statue. I kind of want this to keep going on. You know, it's not really. I'm not really jiving with this.
Are we doing
are
this
we here
job?
to be heroes or are we here to just get this done? I thought we just needed this idol.
Are we doing this job to stop the Crimson Wizards? This could be a good opportunity to hit them.
I agree.
You can obviously tell Ash isn't as like what's the word? You all have like this major purpose
Sounds
of
like
like
fun.
dealing with the Crimson Wizards, and Ash is
Yeah.
like, this is work for me, but like, all right, okay, I'll be there, I'll be there, but I make no promises. But all right,
All right. Well, Ash, I got an idea then. There's a patrol up ahead. Let's shut these doors behind
we
us.
either
Let's quickly let's
You
quietly
kind
shut
of-
these doors so it doesn't look like we were down here.
also we should probably follow through and just go into there, so when they go check here, they won't find anybody.
That's what I'm thinking. Let's shut. Did we
Ah.
shut the doors that the rooms we investigated after we did it, or we just
I'll close them for you. Yeah.
okay? just like covering our tracks so that if someone walked downstairs, they'd see the doors are closed and be like, "Hey, all right."
Yeah.
If they saw the doors open, they'd be like, "Wait a second, did I leave these doors open?" So just like that, and then we'll shut
I
the
hope
door
I
of
don't
this
notice
room
missing chest.
before we head in there. I'm trying to be prudent here.
That's fair.
And I'd
Do
be
your
like,
thing.
hopefully if they look down here, they won't investigate too hard while we're going forward.
If you want to take 10 minutes, which I know is a very long time, I could set up something on the door to let us know if someone is coming towards us.
I'd like to say that if you did that, they'd likely open the door mid casting.
Oh, hey!
I'm going to. I will
Let's keep
assure you. I will assure you of that fact.
Let's
I
keep
think we
moving
need to
now.
start moving.
Yes,
I
we'll
understand.
we'll start going.
Mhm.
In that case,
Try to pass through the kind of fake door behind the bench.
I'm gonna drop this on myself real quick.
Gotcha. You take a moment weaving the weave itself to weave around your form. As you protect yourself with magic. Think about it.
Think about it.
I assume, Sindri, you with one hand, really. I'll assume you've put down the chest in this room, like just off in the corner, and have your sword in one hand, other hand you're able to really one-handed, because you're a strong lady. You're able to just push
Yeah.
open the door itself.
But of course, I'm gonna take my chest back afterwards. I ain't leaving that thing
Mhm.
behind.
As you should.
I can help grab your chest if you want.
I would love you to help grab my chest. We'll talk about it after we get out of here.
And sure enough, as you
Mm,
kind of turn it sort of on a dial there. You see a bit of a meeting. This roughly cut walls and ceiling, maybe about 8 feet above you, cut into the wall. You could see some furniture, some other candle lights and the like, silhouettes of sort of figures here. You think they're human, as well as the sigil of the black hand of Bane that is on the tabards of at least some of the people here. The others seem a little rough around the edges. They look like scabs, you know. They look covered in dirt and soil. It looks like they've gone through just sewage. They're kind of covered in filth. And they're kind of speaking
Disgusting.
among one another. Are you trying to be quiet, or are you just kind of dun?
I'm trying to be quiet.
I'm being cautious for now.
Give me stealth roll.
All of us?
Okay.
I'll say Claret and Sendry. So you guys are probably kind of stepping on in.
The most active.
Yeah. Kind of put you guys here. They don't seem
You know
to
what they
notice.
say?
I-
Walk softly and
I
carry a
remember
big
not to
sword.
invoke Bloodbath's name out loud while speaking.
Or you whisper it really quietly.
All right, all right. Well, I see what the problem is then. Yeah, I assure you, fellas, the coronation go off without a hitch, all right? You have my word. I'll ensure that things go swellingly as long as we all play our part. Yeah, I'll make sure they do. The boss is up my ass on this one. You know, we gotta get this done. I'm looking to get paid for this before it's all said and done. You will, all right. You'll see your money.
You notice that there's some kind of exchange between these sort of men in wearing mail and the tabards of the Black Hand, and these kind of filthy looking scabs. A pouch is exchanged, and the two of them leave through another passage and out of line of sight. Bunch of greedy sons of bitches they are.
Yeah, well, we need them for now. So, as long as they're doing their part, yeah, I mean, I guess the boss says it's only a matter of time.
You really think it's going to happen then?
Oh yeah. Reno said it as well. And, my money's on Reno.
I asked something embarrassing. I forget what the Black Hand of Bane is.
You could see it on the shield. Bing.
Oh, I forgot what it means.
The hand of tyranny. It's the symbol of that's the holy symbol of Bane, god of tyranny.
God of Tyranny. Okay.
They still don't know we're here, of course. So
Sounds like fun.
They're like speaking one amongst each other. It looks like they're like they go about. You could click away from that image. They're going about like cleaning their hands. A bowl of water, washcloth. One of their hands, notably this one's, is bloodied. There's scuff marks on the floor, remnants of what could only perhaps assume to be blood. Is about this place. You could just make out some sort of altar-like structure where there's an array of accoutrements displayed upon it. The other furniture in here looks to have been moved here. Like it's not part of the room itself. The room
Hmm.
itself is more akin to like a cave almost. The ceiling is kind of roughly cut as are the walls. There's a corridor that kind of continues off and veers off to the left and right into some other complex.
Oh man,
Well,
I'm
I
debating what my
don't like-
character does.
I don't like Bay Knights, and I'm ready to step out and start swinging while they don't realize we're here. That's I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Okay, Claret.
I
There's a look in her eyes. She's gonna do something.
like
What do
she's
you
about to
Claret?
do something. Yeah, okay.
And since we passed a stealth check, do we have some sort of like opening advantage here?
I
Can I identify that that they all want to get right into the fight?
Yeah, like you could see them, like they're listening in, and they're pretty close. Like, something seems a little off. Well, I mean, your abilities and insight, yeah.
All right. I will create an opener for our allies.
oh I was about to do something.
What did you want to do?
I was going to use charm person
Oh, I was
And
gonna
then-
murder, but
and try to. I was considering opening with charm person while we get the jump on them, and then try to use some old ties I have to pretend I'm something I'm not. Try to.
do we want to
get
do we
more
want to
information
do
here.
this or get? So do we want to?
Or do we wanna sneak back
social
out?
this?
Oh,
Like it sounds like you guys want to
Mere-
social this
you have
because like
mere moments.
so
the main
because
thing charm person is there's 2 of them at minimum, which is the issue.
You heard at least 3, maybe 4.
there's 3, and that's why I was thinking I'm gonna try to charm the head guy so he thinks he knows me, and then I bring my guys in. We're like, all right, we're here to see what's going on down here, make sure the deals are going through. Is everything fine?
If you want to do that, go for it. I will be at the ready to attack though, and
Yeah, be it.
All right.
All right. So I tell her to wait.
Ready to hack.
I signal to wait to be ready, and I'm gonna try something. Hold 1 second. Get ready.
Okay.
And then-
we're ready.
I am gonna use charm person on that the main guy who was talking.
Mhm. By the altar. Why don't you click on the charm person's bones? We'll see.
Got there.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Want to do that before we get into a fight.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make
one
a
additional
save.
creature for each level above first. Oh, cool. So I get to try 2 of them.
You do 2, yeah. As a warlock. I'm gonna make 1. I'm gonna make 2 saves. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
So as you kind of manifest the magic, perhaps your eyes kind of glow momentarily.
My eyes glow green, like usual. There's a little green tint to my hands. I raise both of them up a little, and I squeeze my hands a little. Magic sets in as I'm focusing.
There's no visible reaction to the 2 of them. But you think there would be a reaction if it didn't work, and
Right.
there's no reaction. So
No reaction. So okay. So I look to everyone. I just pat Sandra in the hand. I stand up straight, and I don't have my weapons out. They're like, sheathed. Like, but I'm looking important because their weapons aren't out, right? They're just talking.
they're kind of leaning up against chairs and the like. Yeah, they have maces. Morning star.
So with charm person, they regard me as a friend they know, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
And as you sort of step out into the room,
So as I step out
2
into
of
the
them immediately turn to look at you, and one of them just kind of looks kind of confused, but the other one sort of smiles. It's about time. Come on in here. Where have you been?
Been taking care of a few things, making sure everything's going all right in the other rooms. Did the deal go through?
Yeah, the Rixton men, they're having their boys move into position over in the shanty,
Hmm.
and we'll be watching on over in the western gate. You know how it is. You can't let any of the rabble on through the gates during the coronation. Want to transition that go on smoothly, right?
It would be a shame if anything interrupted it. We obviously can't allow that to happen.
Hey, I mean, it's, it's, who's your? Is that a friend of yours?
I got a bit of a motley crew with me right now. Don't worry, you can trust them. They're a bit odd, but they've been getting the job done. Let me tell you. Few riffraff trying to come in here. Freaking guards out there ain't doing their duty well enough. Well, these guys took care of it. It was very, very nice.
Did Matthias give you the key in then?
No, had to get in here a difficult way. Irritating the shit out of
You
me.
know, that son of a bitch is always sleeping on the job.
Pissing
I'm
me
trying to
off.
get, you know what Reno and I was going about. We're trying to get things done here, and Red Wizards, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do with them? Seriously. Alright, well, we're passing through. We wanted to make sure things were alright. Exit's down
Going
out
through the
this way, right?
sewers?
Yeah,
Or you
I
going
figure
back up?
we'll tail those guys. Make sure they're going off in the right direction and everything. Make sure everything's going good.
All right, well, just
I don't feel like
make sure
disrupting what's happening upstairs, you know?
report before the end of night to the open palm, and just you know how thieves are. You never really trust them. They don't have any sense of duty.
No duty, no loyalty like us, obviously.
Yeah, well,
At least we can make use of them.
right.
Anything else I should know about before going this way?
Uh,
Anything odd happening lately around here?
Yeah, there's other things down the sewers you best be wary of, and it ain't the Rixon men. My assumption is that it's other denizens in the sewers, but we always make our trips quick. So as long as you're quick, you should be all right.
What's
Just don't
the
linger.
quickest way through?
well, you're gonna want to go down, take the southern tunnel. That'll lead you onto 3 branches. Make sure to take the third one to the right. Now that'll bring you eventually. You'll see a ladder. Don't go up that ladder. All right, you're gonna wait
What's
a
up
bit.
there?
It's gonna bend to the left, and you just go around that corner, and you'll see the ramp entrance to the sewer. It's one we take. It's one we bring the others down as well. You know the one.
What's up the ladder? Something weird going on over there?
It's off limits. You know.
Oh, no. All right, fair enough. All right, I guess we should all be going then.
How many do you have with you?
Just 3 with me.
Oh, all right. Is that an elf?
Like I said, a little weird, but we got the job done. Listen, they killed the people I wanted them to kill, so, works for me, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
You see this man notably look at you, Luneth, and he just kind of smiles. Well, perhaps in context, it's fairly creepy, but he doesn't have a very good-looking smile.
Yikes. She'll sort of just shuffle behind Sendry.
It's very, you're just kind of talking through the awkwardness, but you very visibly, like the third Bainite here, just like, guys? Like, not saying anything, just but like looking at the other two, like, okay, they're calm with this, so I guess I'll be calm with this. As you guys just kind of walk through this chamber that apparently leads on into the sewers.
I say
All
we
right.
Wait,
run
so we just
follow along.
head on down here.
Going through the sewers. I'm not.
Crungo.
Does that stain your clothes?
Get out of here.
If
Does
it's
it?
that much of
No.
an issue, maybe we could look for some new ones after this.
Hmm.
Maybe there's some clothes in my chest.
I just motioned like, let's get moving. Come on.
That was really slick. I'm still kind of sad I didn't get to take care of the Bay Knights, but
How did you
it is what
do
it
that?
is.
Was that some sort of, I believe, enchantment magic?
I didn't realize we were able to. I didn't realize mind control was common for a warlock.
I
What
know a
else
few
can
spells.
you do?
I've been imbued with a few spells thanks to my great patron Bloodbath.
Okay, so with a name like Bloodbath, it sounds like they'd be a lot more destructive, but you can charm people and you can make them go to sleep. That doesn't sound exactly bloody.
How much
I-
time did it take me to learn that?
I also am able to call flames upon my enemies and burn them to death in the name of my patron, as well as sucking the life force from them to add it upon my own. Is that enough thirst for
'cause
blood
that's
for
still
you?
That's still 50%. 50% is the pass.
My apologies with being bestowed with utility that allows me to accomplish my missions even better.
Sorry for having
I squint at her and I'm looking and I'm not entirely convinced, but all right.
And then to what Lunith said, I was bestowed these powers by my great patron Bloodbath.
Yes, but like for free?
I look at her with this like puzzled look. As we're walking like to where we're supposed to be going, I just look at her like while we're walking, like puzzled look. I was given this great power by giving up my life to my patron. By defeating my
I mean,
enemies, it allows my
you're
patron
still
to
alive,
grow in
though.
power.
That's so
But-
cool.
I know,
It
but
is a
you're
pact
still
that we have
alive.
made.
What-
Is there a problem that I'm still alive? Would you rather see me dead? Is that what you're trying to say?
But you said you gave your like you could see Ashley like really likes to take apart things like
I
verbally, and she's deeply confused at a
think she
lot
means
of
she.
the consistency.
I think she means she committed her life to this.
So it's like marriage.
Are you married to your
Are you
patron?
married?
I am not married, and I'm certainly not married to Bloodbath. That is
Are
preposterous.
warlock patrons just giant polyamorous cults?
I don't know what other patrons are like. I only know that which is mine. Who is able to give me the powers I need while removing the vile powers that I had.
She sort of. Luna
So how
leans
is-
over to Sendri.
I'm
Yes,
a
she's so
little
cool.
I'm a little concerned about your patron, but you know, you seem on the level so far.
My patron is enemies of the Crimson Wizards. Is that
That's
enough for
fair.
you
Enemies
to
of my
consider them
enemies.
ally?
That's good enough for me.
It stinks. Should we move a bit faster?
I agree.
I cast druid craft to create like a small little flower to like hold underneath my nose.
A slight comfort.
It's like,
How much more time do we have to go
I
through?
got a nice smelling flower to sniff while I'm in the sewers.
Alright.
This area seems claustrophobic, to say the least. There's a narrow sort of waterway, of which a sewage runs. There's two sort of walkways, one of which you guys are on, the right end. As you're moving your way, sounds of echoed drippings and kind of echo off.
Yo, these
seemingly
sewers
all
got
directions.
drip.
You're
I
darn
hate
right.
you.
The very light of the magic that you have, Luneth, illuminating this place, almost as if the shadows themselves are kind of closing in on these motes of light. It's oppressive. It's dank. It's lonely down here in the sewers.
Dank ass sewers.
Dank and lonely. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Just like most of my life.
Yeah, rip.
There is a sort of an eerie moment. You have the lights of Luneth kind of lighting the way, but you know, Claret and Sendri, you can't help but notice whenever those orbs of light kind of cast forward, putting you guys a bit in shadow, you could see up ahead of you. You can't help but notice that Claret's eyes, like a wolf at night, almost seem to glow in the dark, just seeing these sort of almost predatory, animalistic like eyes.
Sounds like
And
fun.
then the lights kind of bend back, and then you can see her normal. Sure enough, you find yourselves making your way up a slight ramp, passing by the infamous ladder, this metal ladder that just kind of goes up into some sort of metal manhole. And as you go up the slight ramp, it ends in sort of a gated door, which you could see there's some chains on it, but they're undone and unlocked, allowing you all to easily just step on out into the city and into the night and out of the sewers. As
We can
you
just
leave
leave
the
now, right?
sewers,
Or
again, Ash, you kind of look over your shoulder as you hear just this weird kind of shuffling noise, and you look over your shoulder back down in the sewers, and you're pretty sure there's something else down there. Good thing you're out of there.
yeah, we close up the manhole and let's head on. We don't really have a home or a place to go to except hand in this.
That's
But,
the
uh,
anchor. Yeah.
I don't suppose they had what's the word?
There's a
Rooms.
assortment of inns and taverns here that you could
Yeah, let's
find.
go to a decent one.
I still have a chest to open up too.
How far are we from
Yeah.
where where the tavern was, where Silk was?
Probably
Look,
like
at this point on 14 on the map,
Oh.
it's roughly where your characters are in relation to the city.
yeah. Let's find a nearby tavern or an inn, and we'll go back there in the morning.
That sounds good.
15 is the rest of the anchor.
Okay.
Yeah, that's across town. Let's just find somewhere
I
nearby.
Find a
Alright,
safe place
I
to
have
lie and get
I have an
to
idea. Let's find a safe place, but not too close to where we just came out of. When that spell wears off, they're probably gonna realize what just happened. So, I don't know if they'll look for us outside these sewers, but they'll know we headed in this direction.
That's
Yeah,
a
there's a
good
nearby
point.
inn is fine. Not at the one where we broke into. Not really broke into.
Yeah,
but the one
obviously.
with the dog.
Where
Not
we
that
almost
guy.
got
common-
eaten
Some
by
other
a
guy.
dog.
Yeah.
Vaguely either way.
How high is the moon right now? Like I'm trying to figure out the time.
Obfuscated by the dark, brooding clouds in the sky. You could just barely
Everything in
make
this
out
entire
the-
town is gritty and dark and like
Yeah.
dirty, and honestly,
Welcome to
it's
Thay.
just been what's the word? Extremely unpleasant. Like, guys, my shoulders feel heavier than they've been since I've arrived. Let's just find a nearby town, like tavern, and just rest. I'm fine.
Sounds
What's
like
a nearby
good idea.
place?
Moving around doesn't take you long. Go about 4 blocks or so away from the Halls of Priador, an old sort of museum-like place. The idol in your possession, Clara. Perhaps curiosity. All for this little work of art. What could Silk want with this? Either way, you find some
My
sort
my
of
character,
tavern.
what my character surmises is that there's either two things. There's either some sort of important thing to this involving the wizards, or Silk just wanted this and wanted to see if we would actually take a mission. So this isn't actually something too important. It's just Silk wants it, and also wants to test our loyalties, just to kind of make some money while he's feeling us out. That's my guess.
Sure enough, there's finding a place to stay this late at night. It's not that difficult. You just look where the warm light of a hearth is. And sure enough, you find one. Sign above just having an image of an ox with an axe through its head. You step on inside, and sure enough, there's not a particularly rowdy crowd, just people trying to drink their sorrows away late at night. One man passed out on the table, the others quietly speaking amongst each other. Majority of folks in here are human, and you're able to sort of get a room, each of you, for a fairly decent price.
I'm broke, so I can't really.
God damn it.
I'd like to borrow someone's room.
Yeah, not wanting to attract too much attention. Actually, I'm an elf.
You're an elf? Fine.
You haven't seen any elves, though, like yourself, like a full-on moon elf, but...
All right, I turn to
spot a
Lunith.
few
I look at Lunith
half-breeds.
then, and I look back how like most of the room's like human. I'm just
Mostly
like,
human, yeah.
I'll get us a room.
Did you need
can share
money?
with me. I'll protect you.
Oh, it's not a matter of like protection or anything. It's just I could sleep on my own. It's not a deal.
All right, just thought you didn't want to draw too much
Alright.
attention.
Oh no, I'll be fine.
Well, the offer's always there.
I already walked away and got a room.
We got rooms off. Awesome. I go to the room and I rest.
The room is of mediocre decor to your tastes. Though you've had to rough it for some bit, Ash. You can't help but think of a life that you willingly gave up for this.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing here? Nevertheless,
Used to be.
Good.
Oh, you wanted you had more of the monologue?
No, that's it.
Ash isn't used to. I mean, like, I've been out of the house for at least a couple months at the very least, so I'm not necessarily too unaligned here. But after the sewers, after all the skulking, it I mean, it gets to you. You know what I mean? But at the very least, in a room, all private is private, right? Like
Yeah.
just one room.
Yeah.
It's like only one person. Awesome. So at least in a private room, it can feel like it's your own space for once. I unfurl from my bag what look to be a handful of letters written perhaps to my house, and I spend the rest of the night like writing one more letter, but you can tell by like the little stack next to me that I have not sent any of these. There's like 5 or 6.
And sure enough, you rest. Sendry, when you hit that bed, you're a lot more tired than your body just aches and it's just weak. And you welcome sleep. And in a moment, your eyes open back up. From the streaming light of the sun, the morning rays are in, and wow, you slept pretty heavy there, Sendry. You kind of sit up, aches kind of gone, and there's that crate in your room.
I feel so much better. Damn ice ghosts. Am I at a good, quiet place? Well, a private enough place to open this box and not really attract much attention?
Well, you hear some commotion outside your door, maybe elsewhere in the tavern, but want to crash
I
around is fine.
okay.
Brilliant.
I'm gonna do an athletics check and open this chest. Do my best. Oh, come on.
Dashing things in your room.
Takes
Oh,
you a
come
little bit
on.
longer than you bash and like, damn, this thing's actually pretty well made, and you kind of hit it again, and then you keep filling with it, and then you hit it again, and then finally you're able to bend some of the mechanisms enough for you to just kind of forcibly open up the damn top of the thing, revealing Hay. And as you kind of rifle through some of the hay there, and see very neatly folded are some articles of clothing. Look like capes. No, robes. Red
I
robe.
was right. She would have gotten new clothes in the sewers. I knew it all along.
There's two red cloaks and a pair of breeches that have a deep maroon color to them.
I mean, these kind of look like red wizard clothes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I could put them on and go surprise Clarette.
You could. I wonder how this will play out.
I am not gonna wear the clothes, but I will take them. I will take them and put them in my bags and replace this amazing chest. That's
All
been
the
my bags
patrons
in
in the bottom floor suddenly hear the screaming, "In the name of Bloodbath!"
Wait, what about Jim Kitz's floor?
What?
You'd be aware as well, Sentry, that wearing any clothing dyed red is illegal if you're not officially part of the Red Wizards.
Ah.
This would be considered contraband if you were to be found with this.
Ooh.
Well, I'm gonna put it in my pack for now. And
Maybe
get rid of the
just
chest.
put the chest under the bench. Put 'em in.
Yeah, I don't need the chest anymore. Also, I'm back to full HP, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure if that negative would have stopped some help with healing.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Soon enough, Sendra, you join with the others in the common room of the tavern.
Well, first, like in my bedroom.
Yeah.
I wake up. While sitting on the bed, take a moment to wake up. I think about things. A few minutes pass, and that is when I recreate my packed weapon. Sword. I whisper out. Like I don't really yell it. I'm just like, in the name of Bloodbath, I create the extension upon me from which I will vanquish my enemies. I create and summon my sword, and then sheathe it, ready my equipment. I look through my bag to make sure I haven't been missing anything. I see a certain ring towards the bottom. Stern look. Close my stuff and head back down.
I'm sorry. I'm just just imagining Clarette opening up her bag, looking at it and scowling.
Yeah, she sees the glimmer of an item belonging to her and scowls when she sees it, despite making sure that it's there, and then moves on. Ready for the day. Hey, are you muted? I see your mouth moving.
Soon enough, you.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just doing those like pop, like the pop thing.
Oh,
A
okay.
popty?
I'm always making sure whenever I have a bunch of people on the stream, I'm like, if I see mouth movement and then like no noise, I'm like,
I'm muted, so I explicitly don't make those noises at you guys.
No, do it.
Sure enough, you join back with your companions here in the Ox Axe Tavern.
Ox
There's a
Axe
few other,
Tavern.
there's a few other patrons that are in here. The barkeep is quietly kind of tending to some patrons up at the bar. There's a maid moving about, waiting tables. She just gestures. Finest hit. Blood soup's on the menu this morning.
Blood soup.
My favorite.
We know what Claire wants.
Am I so who's when I come downstairs, is anyone already here or is it just me or
I would wake up the earliest up between everybody.
Oh yeah. I didn't even
Easy.
wake up because I don't sleep.
Probably Luneth is there. Luneth and Ash are there.
You got
Luneth
trance,
maybe,
don't you? Don't elves got trance?
I have
Or
trance
something?
for 4 hours.
maybe
There you
Luneth, you're
go.
kind of thumbing through. Do you have a tome? Do you have a grimoire? Do you have a spellbook?
She does have a spell book. I guess that's, since long rest, we'll rearrange our spells. We'll be doing that, kind of flipping through it. You don't usually see her with any book other than this one.
I walk over to them at the table and I say, "Are we eating before we leave?"
You see Ash already eating. I'm not paying
Oh.
for this.
Oh, you're
Get whatever you'd like. I can
You've never
take care.
seen someone so like nobly dressed yet act like a complete hobo.
right. I sit down at the table. What'd they say
I'm
they
gonna
were
come
serving here?
downstairs, Get some food too.
Blood soup's on the menu, dear.
I
Blood
take
soup.
bread and not blood soup because blood soup sounds.
I
don't
would
know.
love
Wake
some
you right
blood
up.
soup. I order like that, completely not self-aware. I just order it just like that. I don't, not even flinching,
Yep.
not playing it up.
Do you have any bread or anything?
She nods.
I'll
I love
just
the
take
bread then.
a loaf of bread, please.
She
I'll
nods.
have some bread as well.
I'll have some bread too.
She nods. Goes back. You sit there. Your morning. Perhaps you all have a moment to realize you're in the city of Bezanter, the southernmost.
I want to leave. This is
The country of
well, we haven't even been here for like 12 hours, maybe 12 hours, and it's been like just not there for me.
Most of it sleeping.
Yeah, most of it's sleeping, and somehow it's still been vexing. Vexing is a very appropriate word at this moment.
A vexing place, perfect to hex.
And if you could be anywhere, Ash, where would you be?
Just the music starts.
That was amazing. That was great.
Never mind that. Never mind.
I
don't
would be
know.
in heaven above.
I don't know actually. I kind of on the whole journey element, trying to find my place in the world. So it seems lackadaisical, but I can't even say I belong on the road or in a city or at the sea or on a boat. All I can say is I don't want to be here. But I guess it's the best I can say. How about you? You seem like you're more suited for an academy than this hellhole.
I've spent more than enough years at an academy. I figured that some real-world experience would go a long way.
I mean, wizards never made much sense to me because the most amount of growth I've seen is after I see them kill a few enemies rather than spend years and years studying.
Well, it's because most of them just want to keep their noses in a book.
Very, very curious how killing like 100 goblins will teach you can teach you more intense spells. But you know, say la vie. Have
Nothing-
you
Nothing like
Cedri?
on the field practice,
I-
obviously.
The city of Besimter is home to many ancient magics, ones that you would not be able to read in any old book.
I'm getting to where I need to be, because I just want to go back home to, where my family came from and free everything, I was never born I was not born in Thay.
I was
My-
never born.
My family came from here, and I heard all the stories growing up of what it used to be like and what happened. And I'm just here to set things back to what I think they should be. So I'm getting to where I need to be.
And what do you think things
Non-Thayan?
should be here?
Well, for starters, not a whole bunch of undead.
That we can definitely
Oh.
agree on.
What did the a question, a GM question? What did the undead necessarily have known for been doing in this area? Are they like an
As far
army,
as you-
or do
as
they act
far
as
as-
like farmhands?
All of your characters have heard that Thay, this country, is perhaps has the most concentrated population of undead. But still, I mean, here in Besimter, other than that ghostly apparition, you haven't really seen much of that. Though, you have heard the landscape is warped. There's stories further to the north on the high road beyond this city. The first escarpment, a sheer wall of stone, perhaps 200 feet high, beyond of which perhaps lies the greater Tharshans of the country. Perhaps the undead stay closer there. Or they might be beneath your very feet.
Ooh. Or the skeletons
say,
might be
Kanako?
inside you.
Well,
Come on, Halloween was a month ago. Oh
It
my
is
God,
quick on
dude.
those. I would love to see the eradication of the undead in these entire lands. I say not too loud.
Necromancy
oh.
can actually be used for lots of good as well.
I can agree.
Let me know when I see it. Let me know when it happens.
I agree.
Haven't you heard stories of people coming back from the dead? Dying just a bit too early in battle or with sickness, and able to live out the rest of their lives?
That hardly sounds like taking whole troves of souls from the other world up to become eternal slaves, just to tend the crops, to roam the
Does
streets,
that-
to be an army,
Okay, well,
enslaving
Does
them
the
for all
undead
eternity.
no. So here's the question: why do you believe that souls are required for undead to move?
An actual
What amount of study do you have? Because from what I'm aware of, it's the reanimation of movement, and they tend to not have memories of the past. So whatever interactions they had with their soul and their brain aren't there. So if you're just moving physical flesh, and now you have someone that's capable of tending your crops, and it doesn't affect their soul, because we're not really certain about that kind of information. Because we're not. And I look towards I look towards the wizard here. We're not her.
Do you have a single fact to back that up?
Wow, Ash. The way you sound right now, you'd get along very well with my former family. Sounds like you'd fit right in with the Crimson Wizards.
Maybe.
Makes me wonder why you're
Okay.
actually here with us to begin with, then.
No need for confrontation. We all just have different backgrounds. We've seen different things. Not all of us have been around here for very long. I mean, I've only been here, I've only been around for like 80 years, but, we all just have different
I
views on
forgot you guys
things.
get that old.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If you haven't forgotten, we're here to do a job for a very specific cause.
I've been constantly saying we've been here to do a job. I'm not the one monologuing every other move. How many times have I heard the terms for bloodbath? I would count, but I don't have enough hands or fingers.
And how many times would you say that the powers of my patron have allowed me to channel success for us in accomplishing our mission?
Let me. Can I interrupt you? Can I stop your, arguing for a second? There's someone watching us. There's a man that keeps watching. I'm whispering this to everybody. There's a man that keeps watching us from a distance.
Mhm.
I very quietly gesture in the direction of this elderly man or the stocky man that's watching our table.
It's in the process of
subtly.
kind of getting up from the bar, and you see him like with a bowl of soup, kind of nodding at the barkeep, and he's walking to a table. You notice he has a bit of a cane, and he's quite short. He looks human, but quite short. Yeah.
I mean, there's
He's been
four
staring at
relatively
us for a
attractive
long
women
time.
at a table together. I would expect
Yeah.
actually people to stare.
Well,
Yeah,
then
we're all
people-
hot. Keep scrolling.
It continues on.
I'm not particularly concerned.
Now and then, as he sits down, you see him kind of light up a pipe. He leans back and he looks over your shoulder towards you all, smoking.
You should
Wanna
go talk
leave?
to him, Ash. He seems interested.
Why? Why?
Maybe he'll
Do
be
you
more
talk to every
receptive
guy
to
that
the
looks at you
thought.
for long enough.
Maybe he'll be
Do you
more
not-
receptive to the conversation of the souls of the undead and using them as your slaves.
I
Not
didn't say
many-
slavery.
Not many
I
men
didn't say souls
I'm
either.
saying he's been staring at us for a long time.
Maybe we should go.
Yeah, maybe we should go because why must we kowtow to the gaze of those interested?
There's only
Gaze.
one gaze I will kowtow towards,
Oh
and
my
that
God.
is
I get up and I start
the gaze
walking,
of
and I
the
start getting
female
out of the cabin.
persuasion.
Yeah. Lynette will do that. The classic. Close the book with one hand and kind of tuck it away into her bag and follow Esh. Hate to see Esh go, but you'll love to see her leave. Am I right?
You finish your meal?
She canonically does have a booty hidden behind her cloak.
Shit.
Man, no one commented on me eating the blood soup. Damn.
Everyone expected you to drink the blood soup. The moment the word blood soup came up, I was just like, she's gonna take 3 bowls of that. She's
Blood
gonna
soup
take a gulp.
tasted very much like tomato soup, as you enjoyed it, nonetheless.
Lynette would have made sure
Delicious.
to give a gold piece for whatever.
Oh, yeah,
I got a
obviously,
feeling it's not
Thay,
actual
etc.
blood soup.
Like,
Probably
amazing.
call it blood soup.
I mean, so like I've had soup IRL that's made from like some coagulated, like with like sausages and such like that. It's like it's a thing. You can like consume blood and meat,
right.
and it's
Yeah,
great
You're all a
combo.
bunch of vampires. It's okay. You gather your things, you finish your meal, and you head on out of the tavern. Perhaps a tinge of paranoia nipping at the backs of some of your minds in these centuries, as you couldn't help, after you noticed that man, you couldn't help but feel as if just eyes were on you. Or maybe it was just the boisterous nature of Claret in her declarations. I think.
I thought
Her
I was trying to
declaration.
say them not
I
too
feel about
loud. I
this.
made a comment. I was saying it sternly, but table volume.
Just
course.
casual table volume praises of bloodbath.
Of
Okay.
course, maybe it's just paranoia century. Out onto the streets, you're greeted by the sight, sound, smells of a kind of a blocked roadway. There are people everywhere moving about. Someone empties their chamber pot up above you. Watch out for the splash as you continue your way on out.
No, wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. No, I'm calling you out, GM. There are sewers. Why are there sewers if there's a chamber pot? When people are throwing chamber pot onto the streets, there's
Some
sewers
people are
there. No, a
lazy.
sewer system. No, I called bullshit.
Some people are lazy.
You
They love
can't have
access.
both. You can either have gritty
You're-
sewers or
you're
you can have
telling
chamber
me-
pots on the streets. You can't have both.
You're telling
mean,
me
Here
just
in the city,
we have sewers in society here, and you're telling me no one's ever took a
Yeah.
dump on the street?
Is
You
it
know,
I do it all the time.
consistently a chamber potty kind of society? No.
India?
We have,
this part of town that you're staying in looks like, You make your way, assumedly, just west of town. I assume you guys are trying to make your way to the Rusted Anchor and give
Yes,
Silk
please.
Yeah.
his trinket.
Mm-hmm.
Heading back there.
Making your way on through, there's, the streets are choked with people and animals and wagons and carts and horses and chickens and goats, and dogs barking somewhere. As you're moving on through, it gets increasingly busy. The city comes alive during the daytime, and soon you find yourselves slowly, perhaps slowing your pace down as you see the markets are open.
As a random aside, I wanted to argue that so none of us would have to roll dexterity to avoid getting shit on.
I'm
I
not,
think-
I'm not that bad. Come on.
I think it was just flavor because it's a thieves' town. It's been pretty
Totally.
dirty and
Thieves dump
gross here.
shit everywhere.
Some
A lot
assholes
of
just dumping shit on the
Street
street.
urchins, homeless, beggars.
Like, you're gonna tell me
gangs of
you went through all
teenagers.
these streets where we got attacked by gnolls and shit, and you're like, no, would never empty our chamber pot out here.
You know,
There
the gnolls
is
probably shit in
obviously
the
a
street
sewer
too.
system.
That I'm
There's-
guessing the rich use.
Hmm.
There's
Eh,
no
eh,
riches here. No.
Doesn't mean
It
there's
doesn't work
plumbing
with-
everywhere, okay?
You find your pace slowing as you see the markets are open during the southern part of the main thoroughfare, the great looming foreboding structure of the central citadel, the center of the city itself. But, of course, to the south, you could see the markets. You've heard the city has thralls, and they sell them, and they're in that trade. They come off the boat, they come down from the high road. Folks, all shapes, sizes, races, does not matter. They're in chains. They are traded. This practice is very clear in all brazenly out early in the day, even. This trade that perhaps would be seen and looked down upon drastically in other parts of the world. Not here in Bezentur. You continue moving on past.
I try to contain the disdain on my face as to not draw too much attention.
I openly have disdain. It's all good. Always. The best part about resting bitch face is when you're not resting bitch face. That's when it's suspicious.
You said we're kind of going through a marketplace, right?
Yeah, like the main thoroughfare, the streets have opened up considerably now, right? Where these large, almost parades of wagons, all manner of goods. The high road being the northernmost road that kind of feeds on in from uptown.
I don't have money to get stolen. I'm fine. Make sure the idol's safe on you. Who does it?
That's Claret.
Well, apparently I still have it. Okay.
Yeah, you're the one that found that. I assume you just kept it on your person.
Originally, I had passed it to Lunith, but we're already. It's fine. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh.
The market itself
That's
that
fine.
you're passing is the thrall market, right to the south.
do you guys mind if I take a second to look for some things?
What do you want?
I just need about 11 herbs and spices.
We need to hurry back. We have
It'll
things
be
on us
quick.
we need to drop off immediately.
I promise you it'll be quick.
Go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Hurry.
Kind of. She'll sort of sift through some people and go towards any stand that's selling sorts of like herbs and incense and things like that.
Very easy to find. You have a
And-
spot.
Yeah, she won't make any big deal out of anything. She'll just pick up 10 gold pieces worth of herbs and incenses and charcoal and whatnot.
10 gold?
It's a
Jesus.
fucking lot.
Jeez,
You buy
how
out
much?
the person's stall.
I didn't know you were casting that much. God.
Large, sort of, the person happily kind of takes out rolls of canvas, begins just neatly putting in their entire stock, roping it up with twine, and just handing it off to you, giving you sort of a neat in 3 sort of rolls of floral arrangements.
Yeah,
You can kind of throw over your shoulder. It's not tremendously heavy at all.
yeah. So she'll just take it. And she'll thank them. Kind of look at the empty
Thank
stall.
you,
And,
thank you. Bless
And-
you, dear, bless you. A woman missing
I'm
2
gonna-
teeth, a human woman that you bought from.
I look at Jin and I put my arm and flex at her and say, if you need help carrying that, let me know.
Oh, it's very light. Don't worry. I yeah.
You needed all that.
Oh, it's a long ritual.
Whatever. Let's keep moving.
Passing through the square, the main thoroughfare of trade, things become considerably more quiet as you pass on through the iron wrought gates, behind which are these very quiet and looming gray silhouettes of tombs and mausoleums, the city's tomb yards. You continue making your way. There's a notable presence of armed guards. You're not quite sure if they're Banites or something else to your south. You pass by a reinforced structure of stone. Looks like the Citadel of Correction. The prison. Everyone loves a prison. Passing on by, soon the streets themselves narrow and again become you almost have to walk single file. They become so narrow and they wind. A lot of nooks and crannies and bends and small alleyways as you soon find yourself in, well, sort of familiar territory. The other night you had been here, and just as it gets about high noon, you arrive at the same door, a rusty anchor. The door's open now. An invitation to walk on in.
I walk on in.
Yeah, I'll go
Ash,
in too.
Ash
There's no one
complains,
at the
being like,
door.
so. Ash complains again. She says, so they don't even consistently make the same joke like they did yesterday.
It's the middle of the day, Ash. I'm sure they save it for the
So
nighttime.
so there is a specific shift in time where they decide to start doing that.
Do you want me
Like,
to tell
she
the
will
joke
find
for you,
every-
Ash? Would you like me to do it for
No.
you? I'll stand over here.
No.
Hey, Ash, what's the password?
I
Haha,
shoved the door.
just messing with
I-
you. Come on in. There we go. I did it. Are you pleased now? Let's move.
Pleased is a difficult state of being. And she
That
keeps
we can
going,
agree on.
The corpulent bodyguard is not there. The door's just left open. You walk on in down a two short flights of stairs, and the place is actually pretty quiet. It's not nearly as active as it was the other night that you were here. The folks that are here kind of keeping to themselves. Of course, they stop their conversation and look over their shoulder as you walk on in, and then turn back to who they're speaking to. The corpulent man is behind the bar, kind of in the process of cleaning. Kind of
Oh,
looks
Silk's
on
back
up.
there?
Oh, he just kind of points knowingly at you four as you walk on down. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Good to see you. This is Silk, right?
No, this isn't
Oh,
Silk.
so-
This is just the doorman.
Oh, the
It's
doorman.
He's
Alright,
above
welcome.
the bar. Even though I was doing Silk voice. Welcome back. Come on in.
Great to
Take
be
a
back.
seat.
Is
He
Silk
throws a
in?
cloth over his shoulder. Yeah, well, I'll get him for you. He waddles
Thank
on
you.
off from behind the bar.
I go and take a seat.
Yep, I'm coming along too.
I'm
Mm,
sitting.
I lean against the wall.
Archer, 8 out of 10. Yeah, we'll have a seat.
Archer's got to do Archie things. What
Ate it.
Archer is supposed to? What
8
Archer
out of
sits
Archer.
on their feet?
I mean, this is, if you want to be sketchy, this is the place to be sketchy. So it'll be cool.
You have like a cool
sit there.
tricorn you can
You-
put down
you
over your
can-
eyes.
So you can squat and I'll hand you a bottle of beer.
So what? Squat over the beer?
No.
Oh no!
You could do the
not
patches squat.
I was gonna say the Slav squat.
Want to
God.
slav it up? Sure enough, you sit on down. You wait a moment. You do notice, the decor here is, well, it's as you remembered it from the other night, though it's not nearly drenched in spilt beer or urine. It's actually a bit cleaner, considerably so. You can barely smell the urine in the air here.
Fantastic.
And sure enough, you could hear the footsteps of the man before you see him as his boots clop on the wooden planks of this kind of back alley tavern. You see the man himself approaching you. He just does this.
Well, you four surprised me. I take it you wouldn't reappear here empty-handed.
What we
Oh
have.
no! The complaining is already coming up. I try to stop it.
What we have
So
might require, and I kind of look around, a bit of privacy first.
Huh. All right then. Follow me.
so did he? So is he surprised, or not? 'Cause the
Can't
second
quite
part
tell.
just.
You don't have proficiency in insight. This man is very tough to read.
He said he was surprised, and then he knew
Yeah,
he
he
wouldn't
said
come
what
here
he said.
empty-handed. I'm saying.
I follow him.
He just leads you to another booth that's kind of a little secluded here.
Honestly, I should give myself
Nice game.
proficiency in insight because that would explain more of my character's snark.
So, we found a few
How
things.
did you go?
I believe we found what you were looking for, but we also grabbed a couple other extra things, and I figured discretion's always good.
He shrugs.
I take out the idol and then place it on the table. Is this what you were looking for?
Oh, Cyrix bones, you do have it. Let me see here.
Kind of reaches to grab it from you.
I'll hand it to him.
He just snatches it. He looks at it.
Would you look at that? Oh, this is a pretty nice piece, you know?
He just shatters it on the edge of the table. And it breaks apart almost immediately.
Piece of shit.
There we are.
And he kind of plucks from
I figured.
inside of it a small pouch.
Yeah, that'll do.
Kind of puts in his pocket.
There.
Is this
Good
drugs?
job on that. I take it there wasn't much of an issue. I mean, you lot are all before me. I don't see any holes in you.
There'll be a few people who will be asking a few questions as to who they ran into and why they helped them. But otherwise,
I
we
would
came
go
back.
So, you ran into the Rixons' turf. They own the eastern side of the city, most of it at least. At least that's what they want you to think. Suffice to say, all silk as long as you're here. You're away from their eyes. They're safe, relatively speaking. They know not to step into this domain.
So I look at my
Outside,
companions.
they might
I look back
have
at
a
Silk
situation.
and I say, all right. So this was obviously a test of our loyalties. With that out of the way, and you know that we're serious. Shall we talk about the real issues at hand?
You see him nod and smile. And he looks over his shoulder, and you see him just kind of look back and almost instinctually, you see the corpulent man behind the bar kind of looks up, just kind of nods to himself more so, and he just kind of moves off to a different. Like he opens one of the doors here, and he just kind of walks on. He just leaves the bar. Like this guy just leaves, and so just
All right, you go on through that door, and my job here with you is done for now. Well, do look forward to speaking with you a lot again in the future.
That sounds delightful, Silk. Thank you.
he just nods, just patting his
Yes.
coat pocket.
Well, I'll get up and head that way. I'll just assume they're following me.
Someone clean this up.
You overhear him say,
I'm just gonna nod and go along because I got nothing to say.
Yep.
I'm so curious why I didn't like the fact I talked to him in Orcish earlier.
So he wasn't the main contact? He's a contact of a contact? Interesting.
Makes sense
right.
considering how,
Follow.
evasive they have to be in this town.
Did we deliver drugs? I don't know what that was.
not quite sure what it was. I guess it was a good thing you didn't inspect the idol. Doesn't matter.
Could have been money, could have been drugs. Either way, it's something we had to get them to show them our trust, so does it really matter?
Mm-hmm. Anyways, we entered through the door.
Yeah, the people here just keep to their own business, it would seem. When someone goes to help clean up the bits of porcelain from the remnants of the idol from the table and the floors. Silk goes behind the bar. Opening up the door, you see it leads on down a short sort of corridor. Nets and shipping nets and the like kind of hang from the walls and ceiling, decorated by an array of look to be animal bones, notably the skulls, many skulls of birds, kind of wrapped and intertwined into the nets in a
Ooh.
strange, macabre-like decor. Soon enough, the hall kind of bends to the left, and it opens on into another chamber where there's a few stools, a few shelves, a variety of bottles and storage. It looks like, and a central sort of a few sort of unlit lanterns. The corpulent man is there waiting. As his back is turned towards you, he's kind of thumbing through some of the storage. Then he kind of looks over his shoulder as you all enter on in.
What's the password?
He says as he turns to face you all. And as he does, you see his skin kind of shift and change as if his space around him was a painting. It just kind of smudges and shifts and twists. And his form and the very space itself changes to that of another man. A man that you're quite familiar with. Lannis.
Oh,
Claret smiles for the first time this entire 48 hours or whatever.
Faded tattoos on his face, once and a red wizard, your contact here in the city. You know him simply as Lannis, your handler within the resurrection.
wait, so he was the one that sent us here, right?
I
Yeah.
apologize for the theatrics. If you could please take a seat, I'll let you know further about the current situation here in Bezentur.
Sounds good. I just sit down.
Okay.
I'm slightly amused at his earlier, scamming us with the door, but otherwise I sit down.
Where was our contact? Where is he? Oh,
He's right there.
right there.
Wait,
I didn't say
no,
sorry.
sorry, no, I can't help it. So wait, he sent us off, then he traveled before us to meet us at the door before we got there. How?
Ask him now.
Did he
Bug
go
him.
on a faster boat?
Bug
Magic,
him.
of course.
He just sent you a missive. Meet your contact
okay.
here. You went here, and he was there.
You can obviously grill him.
I thought,
All
all
he's
right,
here.
so yeah, I'm asking. So no, I'll ask him in person then. So you were already here when he sent us the missive, or were you giving this in person where we were? Told us to get here, and you were here before we were.
He frowns and nods.
So you were here before we.
The
Which
three
one? I
major
asked. I gave you
gangs.
2 scenarios.
There are 3 major gangs that hold influence here in the city.
This guy.
This guy.
Our plan is quite clear. The influence that the Red Wizards have currently in Bezentur is quite low in comparison to some of the other cities. There has not been an acting Tharshan here for some years now, though it is our current belief that there is some sort of governmental body that is conducting business in the shadows, not as open as one Zolkir Samaskol had done some many years ago.
Okay.
The 3 gangs are thus the White Raven, Silk being part of. They hold mainly the western end of the city, and then to the northern end, kind of waylaying travelers and active capturers, plucking people off the streets during the night, if my understanding is correct. They are known simply as the Thrash Pack, a company of loosely affiliated gnolls that traverse the streets at night. To the east, there is, of course, the Rixon men. I believe you had a understanding. Silk should have brought them up in the meeting. Did he tell you about them?
The only thing I know is that the Bay Knights apparently are striking deals with them.
Mm-hmm.
It's to be expected. The Bay Knights don't really have a strong base of power here in the city. It's the guilds of thieves that do. The 3 that I've listed are ones that hold notable sway here in the city, and if our intentions are to bear any fruit, we must suffer their audience. We need them. So suffice to say, any personal feelings that you have towards these people, I would ask that you keep them to yourself.
I frown, but otherwise I stay quiet.
Understandable. I'd like to offload a few things because I don't want this in my pack anymore. I bring out the books that I found, and then I wave to Lunith about the bottles that we found.
Same actually. I picked up a few articles of clothing I'm not sure I want to carry around unless he has some better ideas, which I'm going to take this in my pack now and offer them to him. Because we're in a private space.
You could store it here. This is a safe house for the resurrection.
I figure having vein clothes might come in handy later, although it's a bit dangerous to carry on now.
Perhaps.
Lunith, do you want to get rid of those bottles?
Maybe I shouldn't carry around the highly explosive bottles. And she'll slide those. So she'll keep the tinctures. She'll keep those. She'll give the explosive bottles away.
Explosions might help, though, depending.
That is just
You want to carry it?
No.
I'll make sure those things are stored properly. You could pick them up anytime you wish here in the Rusty Anchor.
So I take it Silk's mission was just to gain our trust.
He and I
You
had
were
an
right here.
agreement. You see, the White Ravens are cautious who they trust.
All right. Makes sense.
It is one step in gaining their, perhaps, trust for the future.
So what do you need us to do next? What's our next move?
Well, I've received a fairly strange correspondence. I say that it's strange because it is not addressed to me. Kind of reaches into one of his pockets and he takes out a letter. He puts it onto the barrel that's, in the middle of you all. Kind of unfolds it and kind of slides it to show you what it is. And sure enough, it's sort of a very short letter, and it's signed. The name, it's meant for Nobilis Silver Lake. Signed,
Ah, fuck.
I formally request your attention.
Fuck.
And there's an address.
How are they?
Lannis just kind of gestures at that. It was on my person a few nights ago, 3 to be exact. Not quite sure how it got there. Do you know who this ensign person is?
It is.
Is that a
I am
contact?
aware they are an associate of mine in some regard, and she and you could see I look very visibly pensive, a little tight-lipped, and this was given to you to give to me, and that's our next goal.
No.
No.
This is for you. He just gives you the letter like this is for you.
Oh, okay.
Just keep in
I was
mind,
wondering if you were
personal
giving us
business-
a third contact, and it was all right.
Well, this is clearly your own personal business. How they, though, I would like to know how they got it into my pack without me noticing. Are you able to tell me any more about this person?
I have hunches, but nothing absolute. I have some people following me, and I didn't realize they had found me this far within. Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. 3 days ago, before we even got into this town,
Before you got into the town.
you can see Asher's like her eyes are like rattling around, being like, okay, so I'm trying. She's trying like ascertain the timeline. So 3 days ago, before, how long were we sent the letter to come here?
The missive was given to you before you got onto the boat.
How long did it take to was the boat ride?
Well, it was fairly different for some of you. For you itself is not that long.
Okay, so several days at the very least. So
Yeah.
3 days ago, knowing we were gonna be here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
It's almost as if
No,
you got
I
eyes on you.
know I know exactly who this is. This is someone very close to me. I will have to meet with them on my own time, but yes. They
See to it that it does not interfere. We're here for a reason.
mhm.
Now, there is a particular occurrence that I will leave to your company's discretion. Whatever you feel the most capable of investigating, I'll leave up to you. Namely, the strange going-ons in the city tombs during nighttime. It would seem the Thrash Pack has taken to scavenging the area and keeping others away. I heard that there has been even thralls forcibly taken into the tombs. For what reason? I can only assume it to be a nefarious one. Second, there is word from Silk and another patron of his that goes by the name of Jade. I assume it is another white raven. And seems to have overheard a discussion between them and seemed rather heated. Something is wrong within their organization. I'm not fully aware of how they operate specifically, but all I can understand is that there was a very serious job that went south and ended with several agents of theirs being apprehended by the Thayan guards here. I am to assume that they are preparing for a jailbreak. Lending assistance in
Jailbreak, huh?
this, but of course, put us in a most favorable light with this faction in the city. Though the actions of the Thrash Pack are concerning, to say the least.
So we need to make a decision, don't we? What seems more important?
Concerning whether we concern the goal. Do we want to stop or assist this prison break?
Assist.
Assist. Ah, okay.
Or
To get White Ravens
we
out?
want to be, yes, seen in a good light. If we have the right white ravens on our side, then we're one step closer in pushing out, well, the regime's presence here in the city.
Well, if I might suggest something,
Please.
we do have access. I look over towards my party member. We do have access to a number of explosives we should offload, and instead consider of offloading here. We could offload it onto a wall. Oh,
That could come
Huh?
in use.
Not a bad
That
idea.
does sound pretty good. The way I see it,
if we cause
we probably would want to save some of the White Ravens to help us to kind of move about. If we go on our offense here to try to take down a different area, that leaves us weak back at home. And if they got a bunch of people in jail, that's a huge problem. Perhaps we should free them to strengthen our numbers before we go ahead in the offense.
sounds good.
Plus, then we can explode that wall.
Exploding that wall seems to be a very effective use of said explosive devices.
I think that's a good idea.
Mhm.
Making sure that we have our own connections and people that can back us up, as opposed to going straight into whatever confrontation.
So those volatile tinctures, can we either get more of that or gunpowder? Do we have gunpowder? Yeah, of course we have
No.
gunpowder. That's
I think we should first learn what the
no,
mission will
no,
entail.
we have rapiers, but we don't have gunpowder. Because gunpowder was made like hundreds of years before rapiers, even.
Magic exists.
Magic gunpowder?
I think that's more a don't worry about it.
Big, don't worry about it.
Like I think we're up to 400 years prior to the invention of the rapier. Guns were available.
Mm-hmm.
Cannons were available. We have cannons.
We have
cannons. That's not
magic.
gunpowder.
I'm a warlock.
We have cannons, right? Where the piratey place. There's ships. So pirate cannons. That's gunpowder.
You haven't really seen any cannons.
I think we're
So
best
there's-
just like turning these things into Molotovs and tossing them at a wall.
Listen,
I
first of all, we
guess
don't even know if
you-
there's a wall we need to explode. I think we should hear what the mission is first.
I think we
We
just
also
want to
have,
blow something up.
No, do we also? I mean, does this town have a mill? I mean, like, yeah, they have bread.
I can
so
shoot
obviously they have a
fire from
flour
my
mill.
sword.
Well, I mean, no, think of it like this.
Throws
Yes,
in the city, but further up north along the high road, perhaps past the shanty towns.
if we can gather enough flour and we get enough explosives, we can cause a dust explosion, just blow up a wall.
This sounds very cool. If we need to blow up a
greatly
wall.
explosive.
Ash, I think we need to
It's a
find out
lot.
if first we need to blow up a wall.
I mean, we're assisting in a prison break, right?
Yes. You'll be working alongside an agent of the White Ravens that goes by Jade. You will be able to meet her later tonight at this location. She seemed rather inclined.
It sounds good then. I guess we need to wait for Jade and then find out what our mission is.
Sounds good.
I'm sure she has her own plans. All I ask is that you work alongside. Silk will vouch for you.
Ask that we what?
You work alongside them.
Oh, work along. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I can handle that.
He nods
It won't be
quietly.
too hard for me to work well with other people.
Yes.
He quietly, Lannis quietly stands, and he just gestures for you all to leave. I'll make sure this contraband is well kept here for now. I'm in the process of working out a more suitable base for our operations.
Is there anything
As
you need
much
help
as
with until the night?
I suppose you're left to your own devices until the night.
Sounds good then. Do you guys have
Would
any
there
questions?
happen to be any like I guess I ask out of character. Any like brass braziers or anything that like, is holding a torch or candlelight or
Not in this area, but assumedly, yeah, that's something that maybe if you went to the main market thoroughfare, find some sort of smithy selling his wares. Something
brass
along those
isn't too
lines.
expensive, is it?
No.
Not terribly.
Okay. Well, Luneth will turn to Lannis. To assist us in excuse me, in this prison break, could we have some funds to prepare ourselves with the use of the marketplace?
Give us allowance, Dad.
Daddy, can we have an allowance? I need more armor. I need my half plate.
Unfortunately, there's not much to spare when it comes to resources. Like I noted previously, I am currently in the works of finding us a more suitable base of operations. As much as I enjoy Silk's presence, having thieves at your back is not one that I like to keep for long.
Do you know if they have like a brass bull or anything that, I just need.
I'm sure he'll be able to help you with what
Okay.
needs you may have.
So we're not gonna get any money to
Not
do stuff.
currently. Until we have a safe house for the resurrection.
You said this was a safe house.
For the
It's a
resurrection.
safe
Momentary.
space.
We're in Silk's safe area, but we don't want to rely on Silk because they're a group of thieves. Even if they're good ones, they want their own base of operations. We're trying to get our foothold in here.
That's fair.
We're getting our foot in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Revolution's getting just the toesy, dipping the toesies in here. We haven't done a full cannonball in yet.
You can't make that reference. Apparently, cannonballs don't exist.
Shut the fuck up.
Don't.
All right.
And so, sure enough, you leave. Without any further questions, you leave the meeting with Lannis, and you return back into the main tavern space of the Rusty Anchor. There, the patrons quietly keep to themselves. None of them turn to look at you, where you went and why. They don't seem to care. They got other problems. But rest assured, the missive the update, and perhaps the greedy eyes of Silk leaning back in one of the chairs watching. As you enter further into this space, you can't help but wonder, who can you trust here in a city of thieves? And at that, we'll end the session there. Right? It's been
Huzzah!
That's a little early, but
a little bit out, a little 10 minutes early, but
That's all good. Like,
I
it's a
feel like
natural
it's a good-
solving point.
Yeah,
it's
I
good.
agree.
popcorn,
I
I think.
agree.
I
Okay,
just
does
want a
anyone
bowl.
have any extra gold, real quickly? Does anyone have gold? No?
Does any
I do
money-
have gold. Yes, I
I
did.
have gold.
How much gold?
I
That's
have
what we talking.
200, I think.
Can I borrow 50?
You already borrowed 50 from me.
Holy
I'll
shit!
borrow. I'll give it back, I swear.
What do you need money for?
I think
Okay.
she's investing it in Bitcoin.
Yes.
I spent literally all of my money on herbs and spices.
Actually, hold on. I don't think I don't need 50 gold. So 50 gold, it's 1 to 10, right? So times by 10. Right?
Huh?
Yeah, 1 to 10, yeah.
Okay. So that's 5. Okay. Divide that by 2. That's 2,000. Oh, that's too much. Let me calculate real quickly. How much is a pound? It's a lot. How much is a pound?
What are you trying to buy?
Don't worry about it. How much is a pound? Like
You're not
like
getting a
size-wise?
gold
Sorry
from
for
me
having
because
great
I'm
tits
worrying
and
about
direct
it.
opinions on everything, as if it's my fault.
I
What is a
got
pound
I
of
got over
potatoes?
150 gold on me. What are you looking for?
How do you people have so much money?
A warlock.
I didn't spend any at the start other than giving it to D.
Hi.
The D
Did
can
you get-
go
did-
shop at Bad Dragon.
did-
Okay, I need
Oh.
20 gold. 20 gold. Just 20 gold.
Did you
Four.
guys not even do any starting equipment and just take what
Yes.
they're
Well, you
I
get a
rolled for
set of
money.
Okay, 20 gold gets us 200 silver, gets us 2,000 CP, which gets us 2 copper for 1,000 pounds of flour.
Time to get
All right, I'm not giving you money.
I'll give you
You're
money.
not gonna give me 20 gold for 1,000 pounds of powder.
Are not
of
getting a
flour.
copper from me until I hear what
I-
Jade says our plan is.
Can someone
true.
help me get a bowl? I just want a bowl.
Is
I'll
anyone
I'll smoke out with
interested
you.
in
Sure.
Is anyone interested in investing in terrorism?
What, terror
Uh,
coin? Trying to get us to invest in terror coin?
It's not Bitcoin. It's
I have a question. I have
It's
a question.
not a pyramid.
So, D made a
Yes.
comment earlier that our party was full of hot girls.
Yeah.
So how much does it cost to have small statuettes carve my party members so I can collect anime figurines of the rest of the party?
You gotta talk to an artist.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's
Oh, I
pretty
guess
good.
I'm going to talk to artists and start
Gotta
collecting
get
figurines
permission.
of my party members.
These reagents are getting weirder and weirder, I'll tell you.
Where's their life, man?
Look, if D can show up at fucking Bad Dragon at the start of the game, I can buy anime
Excuse
figurines
me,
for
I
party
have
members.
not that. I don't have that.
You never told us what the piece of art was or how it was shaped. You
There's
just
nothing
said
wrong
it
with
was a
admitting to
dragon.
it.
I do have a 250 gold piece art object that I have not yet defined.
Okay, literally, where the fuck are you guys getting so much money?
All right, I'll explain what I did.
Know, maybe don't be poor.
I
I
started
rolled.
the game with 10 gold.
No, you start with an additional 200. Luna.
Hey,
Did
can
you
I borrow
forget about
50
that
gold from you
200?
then?
You can buy your own damn bowl then.
Yeah, I started with the
Yeah, you can
200
buy
and I
your own
rolled
bowl
the
and
extra
lend
gold
me
instead of
50
starting
gold.
equipment.
Yeah, have you starting
Because
gold?
I don't
starting
because I
equipment?
don't need starting weapons. I'm a hex blade. I just made my
Mm.
weapons. I don't care.
And you start with an additional 200. Gold
Hey.
worth of wealth for your level.
Can I borrow some money?
They say
No.
you can't
I can
take
use
it with you
my
when you
like
die,
200.
D, but if you put it inside of you first, then you can take it with you.
Yeah, I can't go through metal detectors but
Oh, so what? You think there's gonna be metal detectors, even though there's no guns or anything?
We're gonna
yeah,
go
yeah,
in there.
Let's get Okay,
it
so
Eberron that
the
has
rapier
guns
was
and
invented in 1570. The first solid shot was invented in 1450.
Well,
Gunpowder was invented in 1100s.
You don't
I'm
need that
just
when you can just
saying.
launch fire at
I was
people.
about to
D?
say fireball. Let's go.
Get a wand.
Here's
So-
the issue.
Oh
Here's the
my
issue, guys.
God.
Dee's just upset because I might go up to the guard and charm person then and then just let everyone out. And she's like, no, I want to blow up the wall.
Hell yeah.
Ash
You're
is
really
just
sad.
efficient. Ash is efficient.
I'm the one who
Ash-
managed to get us through without killing everyone. You want to like have explosives
I'm
that cost
impressed.
all this gold.
Trust me,
and, like,
Ash just
I'm impressed.
It just kind of worked
17
out. I
wand.
mean, if it was just one guy that you charmed, the other two were like, dude, what are you doing? Man? What are you?
Yeah,
I don't
it
know,
was
Steve,
just
what do you
it
mean?
was.
well, I mean, if
it
I
was
charm the
for
leader, then the
regular
leader.
people, I've been like, that
vouches.
wouldn't help. But since there was one head guy, I'd be like, no, this will work.
Yeah, because I went for the head guy, and I got to do a bonus one too, which
Yeah.
was good. But
Or just
Yeah.
ones out like guns. Yeah. I thought Eberron is with Warforged, right? Who has it?
Mhm.
Yeah, if you can make a
That's like the-
fucking robot with
Everyone's
AI
like,
and you can't make a goddamn
Hey.
fucking gun, Dungeons and Dragons doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
artificer can make little robot pets and stuff. Yes.
Doesn't make any fucking
Artificers.
sense.
I think artificers have like shooty laser arms, and they have repeating crossbows, and they don't have guns. But they have shooty
Doesn't make
laser
any
arms.
fucking sense.
Hell
They
yeah.
have shooty laser arms.
I'm pretty sure there's a subclass of artificer that lets you make it.
I want to say
Actually,
the
no, it's a
development.
wand.
The development of gunpowder started with the development of fireworks. So celebration in life, not war. Just because we have magic, don't mean we don't need no fireworks.
And you know,
Or just make fireworks with magic, you know.
you can. You
Because
just take this
prestidigitation is like,
that is true.
I mean, it's not
Yeah,
very
dog.
big.
Plus,
Come on.
I could just create a crossbow and then use the flame, attack or whatever, and just like, pew.
I'll just
Yeah, that's
blast into
one
the air,
dinky
you know.
flame into the
Or I'll
sky.
I'll
I
just
don't know,
Eldritch
fam.
Blast. Well, I'm talking about just causing things to explode. Listen, we got disgusting bottles that we can just place by a wall, and then we all just go whoop, 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 away from a safe distance, and then
We
Yeah.
need
I
more
yeet a
than
little
that.
fire
That's not
bomb.
enough to
You
blow
can
the
blast
wall.
up
We
the
need
door,
more.
yeah.
We need 1,000 pounds of flour.
I don't think we know how explosive they are, though.
I think he
I
just
do.
wants to level an
It's okay.
entire building and murder all the prisoners
Fairly
in it.
combustible.
Like,
I
we did it.
But-
We did it, guys. We broke the prison open. Too bad everyone inside is dead.
Oh wait, everyone's dead.
Think of it
Oh.
like this. Think of it like this. Think of this. Like out of character, out of Esh's brain here. If we blow up the prison and set forth dozens and dozens and dozens of prisoners, here's the thing: suddenly the city's in chaos. And you know what is an easy city to make your hold in? To when all the gangs are fighting each other, because suddenly all of the big heads are suddenly back and then they need to fight each other. And guess what? We're slowly rising up in the ranks. And as they wipe each other out, we only have to deal like one or two of them because everyone's killed one of them.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the exact same thought process certain dictators had.
Meanwhile, we don't know if this
deny
prison.
how much of my information is influenced by dictatorship.
Watch the prison is just guarded by like that old dude comes back with his dog and that's it.
This dog's like, hey guys,
And
it's
she's coming up with
Hey,
this
wait,
huge
that's
like
the wrong-
thing.
Don't go down the hall. Wait, guys, please no.
I just give the dog like a slab of meat and then like pat the old man in the head real quick and then we just get to let everyone out and Dee's like trying to explode the wall on the side.
Listen, I gotta blow some up. Let me just blow some up real quick.
Dee's
It's not
like
about just
Dee's
blowing something
tunneling
up,
her
it's
way
being
in.
efficient.
I think D just wants to blow shit up.
All right, we're gonna
You want to play
frack.
wizard?
We're gonna frack directly underneath the building and then cause the building to cave down.
No, think of it as what is more impressive, casting a fireball or creating one using the power of technology?
Who the fuck cares about technology when you have magic and all
So
over?
I can put fire on my sword.
I
That's
think it's
fucking
impressive.
awesome.
I wanna
That's
I wanna
lit,
eat
literally.
a spider and then be able to climb on walls. That's what I want to do.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna cast fists.
I want to cast fist as well. Anyway, muscle wizards are coming. Don't worry about it.
Muscle
I actually have
wizard.
above average strength, in case you guys were wondering. I know you were, but
Above average what?
strength.
What's your
do you
strength?
now? Ooh, wow.
12.
Damn.
I'm also the 12.
I only have 11. Goodness.
Weak shit.
Muscle ladies.
Weak shit.
Weak.
Whatever.
I
I have
I have
plus
an
4 to
important question.
persuasion. I'm actually very charismatic.
Wait, how tall is Jen again? How tall is your character again?
Luneth is 5'9".
Wait,
Okay,
what? You're
yeah.
taller than me? What?
Yeah.
Tall elf lady.
I thought you were short and tiny. Ah, fuck.
No, Jen
Yeah,
is short and
Alice.
tiny. Her character's short and tiny.
I don't know. You just have such a small person energy.
Are you
Wow.
calling me a bottom?
I didn't say those words because I explicitly was trying to not elicit this reaction, but also hint at it. Yes.
Jen's
Wow.
the kind of
Place.
person
You're not
that would
wrong,
pick
but
up a
they
letter
are-
right on my shoulders.
They will be wizards.
There will be wizards.
They'll
They
be
will
wizards.
be busy.
Thank you everyone for joining us for this week's session
Thank
of
you.
DiceTubers. They will be
thank you.
wizards. We'll be back again next Monday with more DiceTubers. Let's Dee, what are you doing this week? Let's shout you out here.
What do you want to do this week? I can lie and tell you I have plans for other games that aren't Final Fantasy 14, but I thought I was gonna play Mega Man last week, and guess who was explicitly lying? That's me. I lie.
Can't believe you lied.
I prep D&D on Tuesdays. Come by tomorrow.
Ooh. And Jin, let's give a shout out to you. Although, oh right, Jin is. I just forgot.
Jin
Jin's
can't
having-
stream.
Jin is having internet difficulties, unfortunately, and it's not going well. So
It's a
I'm sorry,
streetwide
Jen.
thing.
please go follow Jin anyway.
I'll play Sekiro for you guys whenever it's done.
And then Olivia over at twitch.tv/Olivia Crowley.
I'm going to be playing a bunch of retro games because my community redeemed them. I'm playing Crusader of Senti, which is like a Zelda clone on the Genesis. I'm playing Valkyrie
Oh.
Profile 1. I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons Online because I'm weird and love that game. So more D&D. And what the fuck else am I doing?
That one
Oh,
uses 3.5, right?
It does. It's really
Baller!
it's a hidden gem. It's a hidden gem of a game. It has some issues, but it's fun. And I'm also playing more Suikoden.
Cool.
I have a lot of
Frick, wait, which one? I really love Suikoden.
The first one.
Tell me when you get to 3.
Okay. Everyone wants me to tell them I'm going to 2, but you're the first one to tell me I get to 3. The last
It's-
Suikoden game I played before this one was Tear Crease.
So make sure you give a follow at
Wow.
twitch.tv/Olivia Crowley in chat. And then I will now give you the link to where to follow Lou. That's here.
Sorry.
Wait, what are you doing this week, Lou?
Doing some wild shit.
Wow, that shit. Damn.
Is
That's it. That's all you get. That's all you get.
What do
No.
flesh tubers do? Do you play flesh games and eat flesh food?
Me darn right. I do flesh. I do weird
things.
flesh dimensional flesh things. You just won't understand.
Let's shoot.
So make
It's
sure
all
you
part
give,
of being a cool guy.
Can we talk about
Yeah.
Lisa's mom again?
Yo!
God damn
it.
make sure you give a follow over here so you don't miss anything out. And everyone have a wonderful night, and thank you all for
Thank you.
coming by. Say goodnight,
Thank you
everyone.
guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good
Bye.
This video was brought to you by the power and the support of the mighty executive gamers, who are known as Adam Admar, Greenlow, as well as the licensed gamers, who go by the names of Aaron Bunny, Gaijin, Lissa, Madam Melody. Let it also be known that these gamers, they are certified gamers. Do you also wish to become a gamer who is certified? Head on over to patreon.com/Voxandra to pledge your support today, and you can become a gamer who is certified.